Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened, as I said it would. People will be... Oh, when have we got Leeds? And then people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show, and it's time for a, well, I don't know if we can call it a live watch along, because it's highly unlikely we're going to be able to watch the game, folks, in all honesty. And I can see everyone's in the chat now saying, is there any streams? Is there any streams? I believe, and I know we've been in this situation before, that basically the Carabao Cup do a blackout. They do a blackout. They've done it before. They did it last year. I remember doing something similar with, I think, Max, JT and Lewis. It might have been midweek fix, and we didn't see the Barnsley game, if you remember. And then the next round we were on against Wolves, but that was because it was a televised game. I think it's a decision that was made by the EFL to ensure that people, you know, got, I don't know, they get tickets and that. It's a bit like the 3 p.m. blackout. We will struggle, I think, like I say. I had a look yesterday, because there was obviously Wigan. I forget who Wigan played now. That was live, but there was no streams of any of the others. Wrexham, yeah. So it's gonna be tough. So those that are saying it's on YouTube, yeah, it's on YouTube now. Build up and all that sort of stuff. But when the game kicks off, I think it'll go. If I remember rightly, last year they kept it on for a little bit and then realised and switched it off. But yeah, hopefully they might do that this time. Who knows? But it'll only be pre-match. And those that say ESPN and that, honestly, I don't think it is. Let's have a look. Lucy M says, buzzing for JB starting, hopefully a good start for him. It's a shame we can't see it, isn't it, Luce? That's the problem that we have, because it is a bit of a strange, not strange lineup, but an unusual lineup. And that's why I've got the graphic up. So we're going to, basically what we're going to do, folks, we're going to talk about the lineup. Hopefully we'll get radio going so that we can obviously track the game to a certain level. We'll also talk about Max Aarons. You've heard my thoughts. I want to get these guys' thoughts. And what they've also done, because they're absolute legends, okay? They have done a little bit of a deep dive on Rodon, but also had a look at potential different options to Max Aarons now that we know he's moving to Bournemouth. But before we do, what do we make to the lineup? Andrea, we were talking off air, trying to work it out. I know some in the chat said, oh, that means Ampadu at centre-back. But for me, looking at it, probably Ayling at centre-back, Shackleton right-back, and Ampadu and Gray in midfield. Do you think? What's your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out the lineup. Okay. Yeah, exactly what I was doing. So for me, it would be like a different type of formation this time. I think it'd be like more like a 4-3-3, to be fair, or 4-3-2-1. Not two at the back, in front of the defense, Ampadu and Gray, but three for me. Of course, there's also the option of Gray being in a more advanced position, but for me, it'd be like Darlow, Shackleton on the right, Ayling as a centre back, Cresswell and Yelde. Then you have Ampadu, like the playmaker in front of the defense, maybe with Gray and, of course, JB in front of him, more advanced, with him like the pivot behind them. And then Poveda on the right, James on the left, and, of course, Gallagher as the number 9. But there's various options, you know. There also can be the option of maybe Gray in a more advanced position with JB and Ampadu, like the two holding players, the two holding defensive midfielders. But I think they're trying to. It's playing with three midfielders because, like I said yesterday, they're playing with basically 4/5 in midfield because, of course, they're playing their youngsters here, Ernest, Norwegian/English. I think he'll play in a more advanced position, but when the defender drop back, so you have five midfielders. So you need three players at least in there to try to create something and send the ball to the wingers. So for me, it's a 4-3-3. Well, I'm not going to say we'll see because we cannot see the game, of course. No. But for me, it'd be a 4-3-3. We'll listen.
Have you got any thoughts on that, Lockie? Do you agree? And I guess, Lockie, what I'll also say, and everyone's obviously panicking about it, where's Willie?
Well, first of all, I agree with Andrea. I'm just wondering whether it's either going to be 2 6s with Ampadu and Darko JB or 2 8s with Gray and Gavis, that was something to watch out for. Yeah, I agree on all the rest.
Watch out for, listen out for.
Yeah, sorry. Listen out for. But yeah, I don't know, resting him. He was. Did you watch the uncut thing they did the other day earlier on LUTV? There's a clip where he crosses one in. He's not limping, but he's so maybe just arrest him. He's a young lad, he got battered at the weekend, didn't he? So hopefully he's all right. I'm sure he's fine. I don't think there's too much.
All we need to wait for, right, is when the game finishes and they haven't the interview Farker and we know he's honest, then they'll go, oh, where's Nonto tonight? And go, oh yeah, he wants to leave. That's what it'll be.
They'll probably ask him about Arons, of course.
Of course.
Press.
Of course.
Clear, yeah.
This is the Shrewsbury lineup, folks. So Marossi, Anderson, Feeney, Flanagan, Winchester, Benning, Noah Kenner, obviously making a return against his club in Leeds United, Hurness, Perry, Bayliss, and Bowman. So that is the Shrewsbury lineup. Obviously, we discussed them yesterday in a little bit more detail. But let's hope Nonto is fine, and we'll wait and see. But obviously, hottest topic right now has to be Max Aaron's Lockie initial thought. Like we sort of knew it was happening before it was happening. We were talking about it in our group, and it all seemed to happen so quick, right? We told, and then we were chatting about it, and then before you know it, boom, it was out there. So really, really disappointed, but you can't really blame the club, can you, mate, in this scenario?
I find it very difficult to blame the club personally. What possibly could they have done to avoid this situation? There's nothing you can do the medical an hour quicker. You know what I mean? It's one of them situations. It happens all the time. I'm honestly good with not getting him because he would have been brilliant for us. He's done it under Daniel Farker twice in the Championship. Probably the best player in the first season as well. So, yeah, honestly, I'm good. But the pedigree of the player is Premier League, and that shows by the Bournemouth coming into it. Similar with Ampadu, we were probably lucky to get that one because I imagine if we'd have been delayed slightly on that, there'd have been other teams that would have tried the hijack as well. But we've got to move on. It is what it is. He's not our player now, so there's not what we can do about it. I'm sure the club will be. It shows, doesn't it, ambition? It shows that the club are looking for
a lot of money, isn't it, bro?
It is a lot of money. Yeah. So there's a lot more fullbacks in the world that I'm sure we'll be looking at. He was clearly the number one target. What was doable, but we've got to move on, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. And Andrea is everything. Lockie said's fine. It was clear he was the preferred pick, and rightly so. We all got excited by it because I think it'd just been perfect. And you're even starting to then look at that back four with the addition of Rodon and think, all right, we're sorted now. We're sorted there now. Let's now move on up the pitch. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we disappointed to say the least, Andrea.
Yeah, we're disappointed because, of course, he's a very good player for the league and has already won it twice with Farke. He's worked under him, so I think they will have brought him in to play as a left back at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. Of course, Tram is back in the team today, at least on the bench. But of course, right now, looking at preseason, Ayling did better than him. Then he got injured, so of course he'll have to fight again for his place. So at the beginning, I think they will have looked to play with Ayling on the right and Arons on the left. I really rate him, but it's not the fault of the club in the end because it was ready. They were ready to sign him, and they were at the medical stage, like what happened with Dan James, when he didn't sign at the first stage, or what happened with Bamba Dieng last season. Or these things happen in football, and especially if you look at the links, the first to report that were Norfolk-based media. So of course it didn't come from the Leeds end. So looking at the fact that it was first and foremost reported in Norfolk, I think that of course the 49ers didn't leak anything. They didn't leak anything, and they don't. We see that they like to move in silence. It was ready. It was ready to sign. It was ready to finish his medical. Then Bournemouth, of course, knew that we were ready to complete the signing, and intervene at the last minute. And in the end, I think we operate in silence it wasn't on their end. It came out of Norfolk. So that's why Bournemouth jumped in and intervened. But tell me, Joe.
Do you think, and this is a question for you both, that had that have not broke, that Bournemouth would have been, because I'm always of the standing when people go, oh, if only so-and-so wasn't said, like, I'm like, no, these clubs know. They'll know anyway. But it does seem a little bit strange that it broke this morning and then by tonight he's on his way to Bournemouth, and it makes you think, had that not come out, would we have still been in this situation?
Yeah, well, I think where I look at it is we heard about him after we heard about the Rodon stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, in the morning it was first thing.
That's more advanced than the Rodon stuff. So it's clearly been in the pipe for a few days. And I look at the Ampadu stuff again. We didn't hear anything on that. And that got done. There was talks that there was actually Premier League clubs and stuff like that, but we were too advanced with it. Maybe if, like I said, if it got leaked or they found out about it an hour later, you might have already been a Leeds player. And these are the margins. These are the this is the game you play.
And especially, I'm connecting with what Lockie is saying. Of course, it's in the interest of Norwich to get the highest bid to sell the player, because it's it's their main asset they have apart from Omobamidele. They have those two assets, Omobamidele and Arons. And also, trust me, Sara, the midfielder, is very good too. And it would be an asset, I think. I watched him against Al City in the first game. He's really, really good. So, of course, it's in Norwich's interest to get the highest bid, And if they knew that Bournemouth were interested for a right back, of course, that coming out, breaking out, like it did this morning, coming out of Norfolk too. Of course, Bournemouth jumped in at the last minute and they made a bargain, to be fair, because he's a very good player. Of course, they decided to go all in on Arons and, like Fabrizio tweeted, and exit the deal for Joachim Mele of Atalanta, the starter for the Danish national team, who had an hell of a tournament at Euro 2020. So if you ask me, will you sign at a Premier League club, Mele or Arons? I always say Mele right now because he's a proven player. But maybe it was too high, the asking price of Atalanta. So they reasoned and they found a similar type of player because they can both play on both wings, on both flanks, left and right. And but Arons is the cheap option, In the end, opportunities like this arise, and Bournemouth were keen to capitalize on that,
Yeah, it's almost like too good for them to turn down, right? It's too good for them to turn down. So the options there, let's make it
5 million.
I think what delays stuff like this, obviously if the agent will find out, they'll tout him to Premier League clubs.
Everyone's saying it's Rio Ferdinand. It's not, is it?
It's a family member. That's on the website, so I don't know who.
Okay, I didn't think Rio was an agent, man. He can't hardly spell his name, let alone be an agent for someone, man.
No,
I'm just thinking the way he talks, sorry. I don't know. Probably Rio can spell his name, but...
I think it might be, there's a lot...
there's a lot of people saying it, and someone actually tweeted me and said, Rio, and I was like, what do they mean? But that now makes sense.
Yeah, I was just quickly going to say, even if you do call the agents and tout him to Premier League, you have to agree a fee. We look at Ampadu, there was probably things there with the fee. With this one, Bournemouth was straight on that. They wanted that cheaper fee from the guy that you mentioned, obviously. Yeah. Straight away they were ready to accept it. So, all we can do is what it is.
Yeah,
people don't like that, do they, Joe, when you say it is what it is.
L was going mad, wasn't he? I don't know what that was about. And then what happens? You subconsciously realise you're saying it and then try to stop yourself and say it more. Honestly, I remember once I was on big shout out these, by the way, the Talking Shut lads way back when I was in above Subway, Ellen Road. They used to have a little podcast studio there, Radio Yorkshire. It was called. It was a Ken Bates thing, but I went to the podcast there, and I kept saying, "Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?" And I didn't realise it until after the fact, and someone said, George, do you know what I mean? So I listened back to it and I was cringing at myself going, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? We all have these things. So what it's what it is, Joe. Yeah, see, you've done it. Apparently Rio became his agent in 2021. It's just more reasons to hate Rio then, isn't it, really?
But
like Rios.
I don't get about Rio because, of course, we know that he moved to Man United, but he was involved back with the club during the centenary celebrations, and also involved, I think, when they made. Remember during lockdown when they made those videos with all the former Leeds players clapping, and he was in one of those videos. Then
my problem with Rio is the way he always little bros Leeds, the way he talks about him.
Yeah, also about that, when we play against them the first time at Old Trafford, the fans were chanting, and he pointed out to the three sides of the ground of Man United fans, like saying, "This is where my loyalty lies," you know. So why getting involved with the centenary celebrations then?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a div.
Yeah.
And not someone I like. Someone sent me this, folks. And I don't know if this is enough to have, like, a lot of people mention the bandage, but I mean, he's only grazed his knee.
No,
you're not going to be out for that, is he?
Yeah, no, it's a scratch.
Yeah, it's a scratch.
They'll be resting him. They're either resting him or he's gone. It's one of the two. So.
Yeah, it's one of the two. Yeah, there's no in between, is there? There's no in between. Definitely not. Yeah, mad. Also, while we were chatting, folks, I just did this, and I don't know. You two will be able to tell me if I've got this right based on what you were saying. But is that what we're thinking, lineup wise, from what we were discussing, something like that?
Yeah, with maybe, of course, we need to remember that, of course, football has changed. So the positions, the formation, the position interchange during the game. We've seen that on Sunday with Sinisterra, Somerville, and Nonto interchanging a lot in front of that. So I think maybe Ampadu will stay a little more back with the JB helping him during the defensive side. Then JB, we know that he can progress with the ball. And so I think that when we attack, JB
here, look, we're about to get technical here, Andre. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Oh!
exactly this.
We've just took it up a level.
Yeah, we're going places. We're going places.
Yeah, we are, definitely.
Yeah, with if you look at the arrow, going forward for me, when we attack, we have JB more advanced, almost on the same line with Gray. And so Gray will be, of course, trying to pass the ball a lot with Poveda and Gerrard, because, of course, Gerrard will have to do what Nonto did on Sunday, try to get him behind the defense, because, of course, he's not an older player. And I think he'll also be looking to do what Somerville did, you know, try to drop back, and also there will be a lot of interchange, you know, between the three up front, you know, the three up front for me. They will interchange the position a lot. Because you don't have points, you don't give points of reference to the defense with that type of movement.
No. Let's actually just go back, because people were mentioning Cody. So I do just want to, if we can, just jump back to the bench and have a quick discussion about the bench. Just 1 minute while I get the graphic up, folks. Sorry, it does me head in not having two screens now, I'm telling you. It's so frustrating. Right, okay, so this is our bench. Melier, Classic. So we've basically, we're that light that we've had to fill it with two keepers. Just, you know what I mean? It's like put two keepers on there just in case the other one gets injured. We've got Strauch, Byram, who both played a part at the weekend. We've got Chris Moore, which, you know, you'd think he might have got start, which shows that maybe Farke's taking it a little bit more serious than maybe some of us would like, because if he was throwing the game, I mean, no one throws the game, but you know what I mean, if he wasn't too fussed, then surely Moore would play. You've got Cody. A lot of people mentioning Cody, obviously coming back from concussion. For you, Lockie, does he get 45 perhaps? Because if Rodon isn't in, we're thinking ahead to the weekend, maybe Ailey needs to be used at centre-back. I'd prefer him to go Creswell and Strauch, in all honesty, but that might be something he might be looking at. So does he give Cody 45 in this game?
I think he comes on at some point. Interesting. I thought he'd started, to be honest. I know he's just come back. But if you're on the bench and you play, he does come on and gets minutes. There's no reason why he shouldn't have started. Interesting one, that. I think he'll definitely come on at some point. Yeah,
definitely. Andre, you was surprised to see Bate not start when you consider how light we are. That could he have dropped a Gray, for example, or an Ampadu, or even JB? Not JB so much, but a Gray or an Ampadu in replace of a Lewis Bate?
No, to be fair, I'm not surprised because for me, like I said, they have a physical team and Bate will suffer that for me. So it's better to start with Gray and JB and Ampadu, who are the three players with at least a little bit of physicality, especially JB and Ampadu, because I think Bate, maybe we will see, if the game goes in the right way, you will see him in the second half. Maybe Ampadu, trying to, because of course I think that the subs will be the players that you're looking to start at the weekend, at Birmingham. So maybe you play with the, of course, the starters of Sunday, like Ampadu and Ayling, but maybe in the second half, if everything is smooth and fine, you give a chance to an opportunity to the players on the bench like Bate, because Bate really, after the game in Oslo with Man United, didn't have an opportunity. Perkins, we've not seen anything from Perkins in pre-season because he wasn't involved. He was involved with the youth team. And Moore, again, we didn't see anything from him after the Man United game. So probably I can definitely see maybe senior players like Ayling. I even say Ampadu at this point, looking at the level of experience. Because of course,
he is though, isn't he? He's a senior pro already.
So maybe the interchange and give a chance to those players, maybe subbing off Ampadu, Ayling, maybe James, of course, and try to move Gerrard on the wing and play Perkins. I think Gerrard should play 90 minutes today.
Yeah. I was going to ask, I'll come back to you. Like for me, I'm surprised not to see Perkins start, especially when you consider the physicality that we'll be going up against in Shrewsbury. Or is it a case of Gelhardt then can't either? I mean, Gelhardt for me, it's not as effective off the right or off the left personally. So is it a case of Gelhardt's just further along in the pecking order than Perkins?
To be honest, I think Gelhardt's still playing to prove Daniel Farke.
Yeah.
I think he's not. He come on late in the game. I think he didn't do enough. He didn't do a lot when he came on, did he? But he was an option in the box. He did occupy defenders, but he didn't get involved in the game. So he's almost giving him chances and chances to perform. And this is a big one for Joe Gelhardt, in my opinion. Because like you said about Perkins, Perkins is a good player. He's a good player. If he's on the bench, if he gets any minutes and he impresses, it makes it more interesting. But I think Gelhardt, him starting tonight proves that Daniel Farke is clearly, he's still not, he's not sure where he stays in the team. Yeah. So same like people like Paveda in there, Darko JB, this is the time for those guys to impress. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. Daniel Farke wants to see players play the system the right way. And if he puts them out there and they do that, they're in contention. But if they don't, against a poorer side, he'll be disappointed. And then you might see some of the other guys get a chance. But I think Gelhardt is an interesting one because he's on loan last year, wasn't he? And he didn't. I know he
didn't do great in Sunderland.
He had the injury, and
he split opinion. Obviously, it's like I go to the bookies and that, and I ask them quite often about Gelhardt, because as you'd imagine in Sunderland, they're all Sunderland fans. It's huge in the northeast, and it was very much split down the middle. Others really liked him, others didn't. But I guess it's that case of you expect him to come in and score goals. And it's mad to say this about Joffy, but it almost feels like that's not his game, Lockie. You know what I mean?
It's almost like, as well, that he's all right with that and he wants to adapt into a 10 based on what he's been saying pre-season as well. But I still prefer him as a 9. I think that's the best role for him. And he's playing there tonight. So what's that all about? Is that another switch? Does Farke want to see him in the 9 now? Having said pre-season, he sees him more as a 10. He's got to impress at the end of the day. This is his time to impress because we can't keep saying about a young player who is young, but he's not 18, 19 young anymore. He's got championship experience. He has to impress now. It's running out for him in terms of Leeds United starting. He's got to impress in this game, 100%.
Absolutely. Because of course, last season, I honestly think that probably Sunderland wasn't the right team for him because they were playing with a target man, like Ross Stewart, and Stewart got injured and he had to fill in straight away in a position.
He's definitely not a target man, is he?
Yeah, exactly. He's not a target man. So probably, of course, they judged him based on what he did, but probably the system and also, with the type of manager they have. We were talking about Michu, Fabrizio mentioned him and linked him to Leeds. It's the same for Joffrey for me. They don't work the system that they played at Sunderland for me. And the only manager who knew at the beginning, of course, how to play Gellert was Bielsa for me. Because, of course, he did well under Marsh, but after that, Marsh never played him. He was never involved. There were other players who were doing worse than him, who got games last season, and he didn't get a real chance. But we were struggling, and I think also it's always time to match, isn't it? With those players, Strauch moved to the left, and he became a liability on that side as a left back. Gerrard they forced to out loan him, to loan him to Sunderland in order to gain back his trust and let him play. Also Drame, they had to loan him to Luton. How many games did Drame get in the first part of the season last year? No one. Christensen was better than him. Ayling was doing better than him. You have to try different solutions. When Ayling also had, of course, and in the previous season too, some injury problems. So, of course, if you decided to play Christensen and Ayling is not 100% fit, why not give Drame a chance? Why? It's not. It's inexplicable, And honestly, for me, Marsh didn't help those players, in the end, because Gellert, Drame, they also click. We go back to the click situation. There were players who were constantly not given a chance, and other players who weren't performing who were constantly give a chance, in the team. Why not try to mix up and change something? If those players aren't working, he kept playing Christensen, but Christensen wasn't clearly working in that system too. And he was one of the players he wanted at Leeds, because Aronson and Christensen are Marsh signings. So in the end, we got back to that, and it's like Strauch, we have to build their trust and confidence and readapt, because they knew a similar system with Bielsa. We have to try and readapt them to a system of ball possession, fast-paced, and fast build-up,
I agree. There's a lot of players in this side right now, like we mentioned, Gelhardt, Drame, who are kind of in that flux moment of had decent seasons last year in the Championship, but are still not quite impressing so far in this season. And they're at that stage now where the manager needs to see that. Because if that continues, how long is it going to be until people realise that all these coaches at Leeds United have not preferred Cody Drame over Luke Ayling, who is apparently terrible? It's not an agenda if it's 5 coaches, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to prove themselves at this level. It's as simple as that. Look, people can say he did it at Luton, and he did, but they needed him, they wanted him. He came in, he did an okay job there. He did all right, but will he play when he's fit? That's the question. If he isn't, that's not an agenda. That's down to him. Same with Joffrey.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I agree.
And that's why it's good to progress in the cup, because you can give a chance to those players and test them. And of course, tonight we want to progress. I want to progress because, of course, I think looking also at the geographical section right now that's in the EFL Cup, the League Cup, I think we'll draw. I'm sure we'll draw Bradford City if we progress. Trust me. We'll draw Bradford City 100%. And I like to see those players getting a chance midweek, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think for me, sorry, was it? I had YouTube on at the same time. I could hear you. I thought you were still talking, but you weren't. And then I came here and you had stopped. My apologies. Yeah, no, because everyone's saying it's here, it's there. To be honest, I don't want Bradford City, Andrea. I want a big Premier League team so that will be on TV and we can watch it. Because if you don't get picked for Sky in the EFL, you're done out here, which is really frustrating for fans wanting to watch the game. I'm just going to quickly share just bear with us 1 minute. I'm going to share SofaScore with you, just because they've come up with their prospective lineup, which isn't always right, as we know, but that's what they're going with. But we think it might be slightly different. So yeah, we'll we'll go. This is what we've gone with, folks. For those that are asking, that's what we've gone with. But like I say, it could easily be the other way as well. But that's what Sofa's score have gone with. For those that are in the States, everyone keeps saying it's on ESPN in Mexico, which means we should be able to get hold of it. So if it is, so I'm not sure it will be though, but we'll wait and see. If it is, it's absolute scenes. But I'm not too sure.
I'll just say something as well, Joe. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat, rightfully not, saying stuff about Aylin's playing because of who he is and he's a senior member and stuff like that. For me, right, I'd agree to an extent in the past with the coaches we have, obviously, but right now, Daniel Farke doesn't care about any of that stuff. Daniel Farke started Max Aarons and all these other young guys when they were 17, 18, 19 years old because they were good enough. He doesn't care about who you are, what your name is. He will play you based on merit. He's that type of manager. So right now, I personally don't. In the past, I would agree. Yes, Aylin probably did get better of the green because of who he is and the type of character he is. But at this moment in time, I don't think that's the case, personally.
Muted. Sorry, I'm muted, mate. My apologies.
Right, I have the radio. If we want, I have the radio on LUTV during the game. So
okay.
I thought they were coming out. Then it's the Cardiff highlights.
I was going to say it's 7:23 in it.
I said so Nonto's there. It's playing.
Yeah. I don't think. Listen, we might be wrong, but I've been here before. I remember doing the exact video, and I don't think it's on, but.
Yeah. By the way, if we aren't able to watch it, we'll play a game of FIFA. Joe will take Shrewsbury, I will take Leeds.
And we'll listen to the radio and try and reenact it on the computer.
Well, you know what? In Italy, there was a transmission actually trying to do exactly that back in the day with a board, moving the players based on what.
Oh, really? Based on what they were. That's brilliant. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. People are saying the LUTV stream is here. We'll go live. It's not those that are seen on YouTube. The stream, that's pre-match build-up. That is pre-match build-up. That's available on YouTube, like they did at the weekend. And it's not available for people outside of the UK because Andre is in Italy. And can't get it. So yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and they're watching they're showing the Cardiff highlights right now. So
yeah. But there you go. We will be able to get it after the fact, but obviously, that'll be then. Right, folks. Let's have a chat about Joe Rodon. Obviously, Joe Rodon. I'm really scared to say that one's done now after what happened with Max Aarons, but I don't think that one's going to be gazumped at the final hour. I don't think anyway. So yeah, for those that are on about LUTV, it'll be commentary. You'll get commentary, but that's it, you know. And you might as well stay with us for commentary, because we're just better, yeah. But yeah, Lockie, Joe Rodon. Good signing, obviously. I did the YouTube short last night, and you were both speaking glowingly on him. But I'll come to you first, mate. Looks really good, right?
Absolutely,
a chance for him to resurrect his career, if you like.
100%. I did a video the other day on centre backs, and he missed the top 5 because I put Reece Oxford in there. Just one of them, you know. You never know. But yeah, he's having done more research on him. There's an article on the Coach's Voice speaking about him, and they mentioned how he's kind of a complete midfielder, defender in terms of attributes. He's both-footed, which is very underrated, because then that means obviously less press resistant because you can use both sides, playing the ball out from the back. When he played at Spurs, he was often the first man. He was the pivot, so the ball would go to him. He would start the attacks. When in possession, physical in the air, good in the air. What I like about Rodon again is the way he can get something out of an attack. So whether that be a pass, a simple pass, or a dribble with the ball. I actually realised I thought he was quite slow. From what I've been told, he's actually not. The problem obviously is a big guy, so turning around and running after is an issue. But going forward with the ball at his feet, he's actually fairly quick. He can shift forward with it, and he does run out with the ball a lot. He does get caught with that sometimes, though, I will say that. But he's very good at that. I think systematically, in terms of the other players we've been linked with, I think he ticks most boxes, if I'm brutally honest. He's probably not as good as like Nat Phillips in terms of winning headers, for example, right? He doesn't reach the peaks of these other players, but as a consistent all-round defender, for me, he's excellent. And actually on the ball, I think he's the best we're linked with. I think he's very good on the ball, especially short-term passes. So yeah, brilliant one for me. I hope there's a loan to buy, because if we go up, I think he's at that age as well. If he develops under Daniel Farke in the Premier League, he would work. So we'll see on that one. But yeah, brilliant signing.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, mate? Like, a lot of people said that we don't want to be in this situation like we were with Ben White, etc. I don't agree with that anymore, because for me, I'm like, as long as we get up, I'm not asked. But yeah, I would rather, obviously, we sign him on a permanent, and I think there will be something in there surely that says if Leeds get promoted, you can make this deal permanent at X amount. You'd imagine anyway.
He also plays one thing out. So obviously, if he's buff-footed, he can play left and right side of the centre backs as well. So he's very adaptable. He also did a tiny stint at right back if that was desperately needed, for example. But yeah, he's a centre back. He's very good there. Very adaptable. Very good on both feet. Good with the ball. Good in the air. So, and would suit a possession-based style.
100%. Talk to me, Andrea, about Rodon, because as we know, your whole shtick was just give me Joe Rodon, and your prayers seem to have been answered, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say, have I not talked enough about Joe Rodon? No, seriously, I think, like you said, looking at the system, at the possession-based, it's a versatile defender despite his age. He's good on aerial balls. He can also carry the ball pretty well. Of course, there's people saying that he didn't do well at Spurs, but honestly, he played 16 games, like 16 appearances, if I remember correctly, in 2 seasons before they loaned him out to end this season in a club playing in European football when he had players ahead of him again, like he did at Spurs. If you look at the player he was in the Championship with Swansea, was one of the top defenders in the league, and I think he is a Premier League defender for me. He can easily play in the Premier League, like Ampadu. Both of them can play in the Premier League.
I was going to say, Andre, would you say they're similar level?
With Ampadu?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, in the level of the signer, they're a similar level, and also both Welsh too. Yeah. So that's that connection too. And it's similar, actually, if you think about it, Loki, because, of course, Ampadu was coming out of 3 seasons with consecutive relegations. But he was also one of the better players in those sides, Sheffield United, Venezia, and Spezia. So, of course, he needed a new challenge in order to, of course, show that he was capable of playing in a certain level. I don't think the styles of both 3 teams suited him. And right now, because they used to play him in a centre-back. The same for Rodon for me, because at Spurs, they had a lot of defenders. And they had a lot of problems, but they didn't really try to shuffle the defense. They still had Davinson Sanchez playing sometimes last season. So looking at the type of level, he's a player who was on the rise, signed for Tottenham. He never really got a real chance. I'm not saying appearances, I'm saying a real chance. He was sent out on loan to a French club from Brittany. And now he needs to find a place where he starts week in and week out.
So that's what I was going to ask you, Andrea. So what I looked for, and the problem for me, and the one issue I have with him, is he's not played a long season, right? He's not played a lot of games in one season, probably since Swansea, but he did get injured a lot in the Swansea times, didn't he? He did have some quite bad injuries in there. So would you say that's probably one thing that could be concerning, or is that just down to where he's been and stuff like that?
No, for me, it's just where he's been, lucky to be fair, because, of course, it was a good move for him moving to Tottenham, but never really got a chance. If you look at how he's played for the national team, I remember him at the Euros, and of course, they didn't have a good World Cup this last winter, Wales. But the games I watched of Wales when he played, I think it was always good. it's always a good player, especially when he played, considering he played on the left hand side of the pair of CBs, you know, with Metham on the right. And if you look, international experience, played, of course, in France, at Tottenham, of course, as a substitute. Looking at his championship record, he was one of the top defenders in the league when he was there.
Yeah,
I think it's a no-brainer, honestly, and especially looking at the fact that they figured out that deal, you know, with a loan deal, like they were saying, they were looking at the loan market from Premier League clubs. This is the first one with Rodon. I really hope there's an option to buy too. Honestly, we were talking before we went live, me and you, about the possible alternatives after the hijacking of the Aaron Steele by Bournemouth. Honestly, of course, I don't see Jet Spence, of course, another one who never had an opportunity last season at Tottenham, moving down to the Championship, because he played a bunch of games at Rennes and he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad in Liga. But
wasn't that the same for Rodon as well, though?
But Rodon, he was in the sports squad for 2 seasons prior to that.
True.
So he never really had a chance. Now he needs to bounce back his career, and playing week in and week out and in a Championship side challenging for promotion can be exactly that, like Ampadu. It's a similar path to Ampadu, actually. Apart from the fact that Rodon, of course, wasn't a starter like Ampadu was at those clubs. Of course, Ampadu at the beginning at Venezia played some games and was left out in other games. But looking at that, Spence, it can be really difficult, to be fair, of course. But Steinson has a lot of connection at Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know, there's if you look at the position of Spence right back, there's now also with Aaron signing for Bournemouth, there's a lot of that position is covered in almost all the Premier League sides. So another season on loan abroad, or the other opportunity might be signing for a top Championship club with a straight loan, no option to buy. You have a great season, and then maybe you go back to Tottenham and they try to sell you to, if you get promoted to the club with whom you get promoted with, or try to sell you to another Premier League club. You know, that can be a solution. But apart from him, Norton Coffey can be a good loan option too from Arsenal. I agree.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I totally forgot about Steinson. I genuinely forgot about him in being involved in this deal, because it's clear he'll have probably had a conversation with Hammond, and said, look, we can probably go get Rodon, you know what I mean? So it's that's a good point there. I don't know if Jed Spence, I don't know if he'd be up for it. Do you not think he'll get a chance under Poch? Like
Postecoglou.
Sorry, what am I on about under Poch?
Yeah.
At Chelsea now. Is he transferred to Chelsea? Under Ange, will he not get a chance?
Honestly, I don't know. There were rumors about him, and of course, Rosen didn't take part in preseason. And also they're trying to looking for to offload on loan or permanently some players.
Tanganga was one that kind of caught my attention a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Could he be one potentially?
As a right back, you say, or as a left back? Because he plays as a left back at the beginning, despite he's right-footed when he blocked into the team. Well, there were rumors about him last year about him moving to AC Milan, but it's another player who's fallen a little bit off the radar.
He's one. I think I'd be interested in. Not top, but I think I'd be interested in it.
Tanganga sort of like burst on the scene, didn't he, for a little bit, under Jose, and then sort of like went off the went off the boil a little bit. But it's
for the system, I don't know if he'll be good, to be fair, just for the system, unless you play him, you bring him in as a centre back. But I don't know, honestly. Like Yelden, you know, there's a lot of people saying he can be a left back, but I'm still saying he's an adapted one, because if I look at the system, we need 2 attacking fullbacks on both wings, and he's not an attacking left back. He can play as a left back, of course, but in systems where you are are more balanced or more defensive minded, that will be perfect for him. But going forward, you've seen that in the game. He always dropped in midfield alongside Ampadu and Gray when we were attacking with the two centre backs playing out from the back, and he rarely got up like Kaling did on the other side. So I still think Tanganga is a similar player. I don't see him on overlapping in the system, to be fair, especially with this type of body, because he's a very strong defensive player. I will look for more a double-sided, bidimensional players like Byron is at the end, because he can defend and he can attack, for example.
Yeah, one that obviously I mentioned earlier, Brooke Norton-Cuffy, is one that quite impressive. He was like, what was he at Rotherham for half the season, then he went to Coventry, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think when he came on and played for Coventry last year, very young by the way when he did, I don't know if it suited him a lot, the system. I think he's the type of player that I watched him in pre-season in the tournament for England, and when he played, he was very good. He very impressed me a lot, and I think he's at that level now where that loan last year, almost in the Championship, or the 2 loans in the Championship, would be really good experience. Because obviously Coventry were in the playoff final, right? So it's a good pedigree to be at. He's one. They
looked great, by the way. They looked great.
Yeah, they do look
I remember him when he was at Lincoln. Yeah, yeah. And there were a lot of people comparing him to. They were just saying he's going to be the next Jet Spence. When Spence was doing bits at Forest. Yeah. It's good for this. It would be good for the system. But the only problem, Loki, for me, is that he's just played mainly as a right back.
Right.
So he can be adapting on both sides. You mentioned Scully too. That will be mental. That will be mental.
Love that.
From Gladbach.
Yeah.
But do we see him dropping from the Bundesliga to the Championship? It would be great. It will be a great signing because he can play on both sides. But Norton-Cuffy will be really good. Honestly, I'm going to be bold, but I prefer Norton-Cuffy more than Drum, to be fair, for the system. Because he can underlap, he can do a lot of one-on-one.
Going forward, he's really good, isn't he?
Exactly.
Really good going forward. Very quick as well. It's good recovery speed.
Let's we've just had a couple of super chats come in. Colin says, thanks Joe for all this content. Thanks Andrea for the breakdown last night, was amazing. I now know what cereal Tom Bayliss eats for breakfast. That's class. Sean says, gutted about Aaron's, would be the perfect time to get rid of Ayling. Well, I will say, in response to that, even if we'd have got Aaron's, Ayling was going nowhere. Ayling's not going anywhere. Why would we do that? Like, why would we bring someone in and then okay, he might not be starting week in, week out, but you're not going to get rid of him because then you'd need to then replace him. Do you know what I mean? It's a mad one.
There was... oh, sorry, go.
I just want to say big up to Theo as well. 5 months member now. Big up you, mate. Thank you. Go on, Lockie. What were you saying?
I was just going to throw another name out there, if that's all right. That's Ben Johnson from West Ham.
West Ham. Someone actually messaged me. What's he called, man? He's always messaging me, not messaging me, but tweeting me. Hammers fan. Sir Daddy. He used to come on here a lot. But he said, what about Ben Johnson?
So 23 now? I think he played, 16 times in the Premier League last year, but didn't predominantly start, did he? I think he's similar to one of those players that just needs that home, that top championship home to really develop him. Again, liked him when he played for the Youth England side. Very good tackler, very solid defensively, can play centre-back as well as right-back. Probably not two-dimensional, probably not a left-back as well as a right-back. But is a player I really like, and I think he's doable. I don't think he gets in at West Ham.
No.
I really don't. But he's probably at that level where don't get in at West Ham, but would be a really good player in a top championship side, in my opinion. So I'm interested to know what you think about him, Andrea.
He's a good one. And to be fair, he's a good player going forward too for the system.
Contract expires next season as well.
So if they want to loan him out, they'll have to renew the contract and loan him out. Unless they want to lose him for free, like we did with Koch. And I liked him. So especially on the long market, could be a good option. But they surely won't go for a long move if his contract expires next summer. Before that, they have to renew the contract and then send him out on loan.
I actually can play left back. My apologies.
Yeah, I can play on both sides. Yeah.
Perfect. Maybe that might be one later in the window that we look into potentially. So, this is it, isn't it? We're gutted about Aaron's, but there is other options. This is only domestically as well. We're not even talking about it.
They're entering the pitch, by the way. On LUTV, they're showing it now. And they have the red kit, Shrewsbury. They have a red kit.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking through to see if we can get some streams, but
and they're all full and physical, like I said.
Everyone, it is only build up. It is only build up on LUTV. It's not gonna when it hits in 2 minutes, when that game goes live, it will cut off. It will cut off. We'll know in 2 minutes anyway. Because like I say, there's 3.8k watching now, and it says live. And look, if it's not on TV anywhere, do you really think Leeds United are going to put it out on YouTube for free? Like, is this what we're saying? They're gonna chill out there and leave it out there for free. It's not happening. Holy Ghost says, "Peace, Joe. You always come through and drop a jewel. Big up to you, my guy."
Joe, can I ask a question to the chat? Is that all right?
Yeah, of course, man.
I'm just interested to know who they want, what fullback they'd be after.
Let us know, folks. Put out in the chat who it is you'd like a look at. And Phil Hayes just tweeted though to say it looks like we'll have Ampadu at centre back alongside Creswell.
Right, we know nothing then.
Yes.
So they play probably with Ayling, Creswell, Ampadu, Yelda, and Shackleton in midfield in place of with JB as the holding midfielder, Shackleton and Gray for me.
I don't like the fact that second game of the season we're having to move our best midfielder into centre back though. Yeah, it's an issue for me.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get a road on in tomorrow and then work on another. So we still need another, I think.
Yeah,
in centre back, definitely we need more depth there, 100%.
Yeah, it's an issue. Here's one that's just been mentioned because it got rubbish by Joe Donoghue and said that there weren't links to it. But the person that originally put this out is very, very well respected. In Miguel Delaney, he's no joke, and he put out the story about this person here, which was Brandon Williams. It then went quiet. Maybe we've looked at Max Aarons, but maybe there was actual legs to that, and they maybe had a conversation, were told the price or whatever, and went, do you know what? Let's wait and see. We might see a situation where Leeds United maybe revisit that, perhaps. Do we think?
That does happen. You obviously have your main targets that pop up. Like Rafinha was an opportunity, wasn't he? There was nothing, then he became an opportunity, and then so we went for that one. So yeah, honestly, again, I've said I'm all right with him.
Yeah,
and also it can be easy to get, to be fair, because he's still at Man United, and last season he didn't have chances and opportunities. So do you really see a Premier League club coming in and put in a bid for him or a loan proposal for him? I think it'd be really easy to get, and I'll be happy to sign him because already worked under Farke in the past.
Yeah.
And apart from that, of course, which is always a plus, would be good for the system. Of course, people remind him for his time at Norwich, but when he broke into that team at Man United under Solskjaer, it was good. He was considered a promising youngster, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Just looking at some updates here.
And I'm listening to it, and Tony Dorigo's actually just said that Gray is the number 10.
Gray is the number 10, yeah? There you go then. Apparently, Shrews keeper Morosi passes straight to Poveda inside the first 20 seconds, and Leeds almost hit the front but can't work a shooting opportunity. So 20 seconds in, chance already.
I should watch this.
I know, according to Phil here, line up from right to left is Darlow, Ayling, Creswell, Ampadu, Hjelde, Shackleton, JB, Poveda, Gray, James, Gelhardt. So
right.
Same information. So
yeah. So there we have it. It doesn't look like anybody's got one up to this point anyway, though. So we're not.
One over.
No, it does. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to live on. We're gonna have to dine out on loans. Zanotti, or is he on about Zanetti?
No,
is he on about
Zanetti. He's saying Zanetti.
I was gonna say, I was like thinking, what's he on about? Javier Zanetti. But then when I seen Zanotti, I was thinking, it might be a youngster. I better ask the question. But yeah,
I saw Cafu earlier as well. So I was like, Cafu. I didn't know if they meant the there is a Cafu, or the original. I didn't know
they're trying to catch me off guard.
Yeah, well, no, normally me, bro. It'd have been me who'd have gone, oh yeah, I like that Zanotti.
I'm Zanetti.
But Javier Zanetti, what a player, by the way.
Yeah,
yes. Reggie's P Gamer says gutted about Max Aarons, but we can't blame the club. No, we can. And trust me, you know me of late. If there was an opportunity to blame them, I would have. But no, they can't really have done anything. What about this one then, folks? Because he was linked a lot. Sergio Dest, I don't know. Is he? Does he have a club? He was at Milan, wasn't he, for a bit?
He was on loan at Milan, but didn't get much opportunity. So they basically, during the late stages of the season, they sent him just before the season ended on with the US national team, and they were playing some games with all MLS players, based MLS players, and he was the only one from outside the MLS. So it was a terrible season for him at Milan, and he's back with Barca now. He played in that pre-season too.
Nice. Yeah, I think if we'd have maybe stayed in the Premier, it might have been one, but I still don't see him dropping to Championship personally.
I've just seen Phil Joe Donohue's just tweeted to say Darlow claims an in-swinging Shrewsbury corner. Big applause from Ellen Road. That'll be something that clearly is sort of like, he can catch a ball, you know what I mean? So I wonder how Melier feels about that raucous applause that's gone up. So you'd imagine, Do we think if he has a good performance today that he could start at the weekend?
No, I don't think so. I think until Melier is here, and I still think they try to, if a good offer arrives, they're playing him to showcase him. Basically, for me, if a good offer arrives, they'll sell Melier, and Darlow will be a number one for me. But until Melier is here, it'd be the number one. Melier, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Just one sec, boys. You just keep this going for a sec. I'm trying to sort something for us.
I'll name. I've got two right backs I got that are from abroad that I'm interested in. One I mentioned earlier, Jorge Sanchez from Ajax. Very good attacking fullback, 25 years old. It's not going to get in because there's a young guy. What's it, Ranche?
Ranch.
Yeah. So he doesn't play as much as he probably could. 25 years old, very good attacking fullback. He'd be one about 5 to 6 million. He's rated at the price. Yeah, he'd be a good one for me. And one more. I'll say his last name. Sugawara.
The Japanese one.
Here's a dark player. Yeah. One that I thought I got a very good season last year. You know, you never know. We're shopping in those markets, or we've been linked with a player in those markets, haven't we? So those are two right backs I found from.
Sugawara is actually is good and will be a good fit for the system.
Hey, for the system. We love that word though. For the system. Yeah, so those are just two I got. So we'll see.
Oh, what's that? Have you got? Is your sound coming through there? No. Okay.
Just watching the thing. Visitors are not happy.
So I have it, folks. I do have it. I don't know how I've managed to do that. I think it's just radio, actually, to be fair. But bit of a mad one. So Poveda inside to Ampadu. Ampadu definitely playing at centre back, as I say. Yeah, so Ampadu do says Baron Cross.
Yeah, the chant is class, to be fair. The class is chant. The chant is class. The chant they made for it.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it definitely is. Someone's mentioned that what you call it, just tapped into the matrix. I don't know how I've managed to do it, but I don't know. There you go. Just one moment. Sorry, this doesn't make for great viewing, does it? Like not filling these gaps up. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get it so that the lads can.
They're saying Becchio has scored 1-0.
Becchio scored.
Becchio.
No. That was back in 2012. Yeah.
Okay. There's a way in which I can, but I don't know.
Yeah, the other games, by the way, everyone 0-0 still. Leeds, Shrewsbury 0-0. Bristol City, Oxford 0-0. And the other one I'm playing are, of course, Wimbledon. I refuse to call them AFC Wimbledon because for me they are the real Wimbledon. No doubts about that. So Wimbledon, Coventry 0-0, Cardiff City, Colchester United 0-0, and Ipswich Town, Bristol Rovers 0-0. Lots of action tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. That's yeah. We move. It is what it is. I can't. Do you know what, folks? If I could, it's not that. It's like there you go. Apparently, it's on ESPN. I'm not too sure. Oh God. I don't know how to put it in a different thing for us. Do you know what I mean? Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing to be honest. But, I'm trying, but
why can't we just watch a football game? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
I know, it is silly.
Honestly.
Ampadu do push
mine. He loves it,
push
doesn't
he? Score one, he may score two. The only problem with the chant of Ampadu it's that it reminds me of the chant they used to sing for Joselu at Newcastle. You know, it didn't bring him luck at all. To be fair, that chant.
What does the chat think about Nonto not being in the squad?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
It's interesting about Nonto, but let's just one second. It is brutal.
Sounds like we're all over.
Apparently Nonto's had to have stitches in his shin.
All right.
That's why he's out.
Yeah,
apparently.
He'll be all right then. He'll be all right in a few days.
So yeah.
Yeah, in 5 minutes, by the way, the big match of tonight, Burton Albion versus Leicester, with our man Locks, of course. Focus on that game. Yeah, and QPR Norwich on the 16th of August instead. And all the matches still near lads. Unfortunately, nothing is happening. If you look at the stats of the game so far, 77 ball possession for us, 20% for Shrewsbury, 71 passes completed against 21. And just one corner for them, the one you were talking about before, Joe, when Darlow came out and took the ball, to an applause from Ellen Road, and nothing much more, really. Nothing much more. Yeah. And I like to talk about Shackleton, to be fair, too. And, when he, at the start of the season, when he returned from his loan at Millwall, I wasn't sure he was going to play a part this season. But if you look at preseason, and right now him starting tonight in midfield, in preseason he's also played as a right back. I think he'll stay. It's almost clear now he stays because he's a versatile player, and I think Falke really likes him because he's a player. It's like a soldier, you know. When you ask something from him on the pitch, he always answers. You know, it's a reliable player in terms of professionalism and adaptability. Also, he's a very good squad player for me in order to, especially if you have gaps in the squad or injuries going forward throughout the season, he can fill in certain positions, and exactly
I've lost it anyway, folks. So I haven't got anything anyway, folks. So it is what it is. It's gone now, unfortunately. Trying to sort it out for folks, and I've tried to copy a link, and it's booted me out. So there you go. We move. But if anyone's got one, yeah, enjoy it. Unfortunately, we haven't got it right now. Or I haven't got it. So if I did, yeah, I'd be going through it. But it's a bit of a nightmare, unfortunately. But we move. Has there been any scores on the doors anywhere else in the league?
Everything's still goalless everywhere in the country, even if it's in Bristol or in London or in Suffolk or in Wales. Everything goalless so far. 40 minutes in, yeah, everything still the same. But yeah, yesterday actually I was surprised because, of course, it's always the early stages, in the cup, but usually we don't see so many upsets like yesterday. Reading winning 4-0 at Millwall, Crewe winning on penalties at Sunderland, and Salford winning on penalties at Preston, and also Tranmere winning at Barnsley on penalties. Blackpool winning 2-0 at Derby County. Derby, actually, they have built a really good squad for League One, like they did last season, of course, but it's a different context because, of course, this season they had more time. Last season they had a very difficult situation financially. They're not starting with the right foot. They've lost to Wigan and in the first match of the season, and they were knocked out by Blackpool.
That's nuts.
Also, Doncaster winning at Hull yesterday. Stevenage knocking out Watford.
Didn't Southampton lose?
Yeah, 3-1 at the Gillingham. This was their formation. McCarthy, Brie, Lianco, Perrault, Megoma, Amo, Ameya, Shia Charles, Stuart Thompson, Genepo, Sekumara, and Che Adams. Not a bad formation, to be fair, especially with Gillingham.
Fairly strong squad, isn't it?
Yeah, and Gillingham are playing in National League right now. Yeah, National League.
Are they? Wow.
Are they
National
really?
League?
They were relegated last season. Yeah, I think they were
relegated. Wow.
Yeah, I think they were.
Shocking.
Oh, that is mad.
No, it's they're still in League Two.
League Two, yeah.
It was another team that I don't honestly remember right now. And another good one was relegated. Team was relegated last season. Yeah. Everything's still the same everywhere. We had 2 shots, 1 on target.
Nice.
16 minutes in, 145 passes.
Wow.
And they had 31 passes, 80% of ball possession.
Yeah,
80% of ball possession.
So we know exactly what Shrewsbury are doing, don't we? Let's be honest.
Exactly.
You can just tell by that.
And we have our first goal of the evening at Pullman Road. Jack Taylor, former Peterborough United midfielder, Irish international, has scored against Bristol Rovers to put Ipswich ahead against against Joey Barton's side, of course.
Yeah. So apparently on the 14th minute, Hjelde, with the first real attempt of the game, Paveda beat a few man on his flank, cuts in field, and the loose ball falls to JB. He passes left to Hjelde, whose shot from 25 yards is off target. So
Paveda
it's an effort.
Paveda things.
Yeah. It's an effort nonetheless, even though it was 25 yards out. But yeah, I think the place where it was originally anyway has also lost it as well. So I think it's clamped down on, if that makes sense. So you can get it on BBC Radio Shropshire, apparently. So
another goal
on the radio.
Another goal abroad. Bristol City 1-0 up at against Oxford, but the goal scorer, no, it was disallowed apparently. Yeah.
How's Rangers getting on? I've actually got Rangers to get beat tonight against Servette.
What's happening with Mo Kamara? Oh God.
Glenn
Kamara. What's that? I wish.
Yeah. By the way, yeah. Bristol City have scored every Cornick against Oxford, so yeah, I can confirm the goal.
Do you remember Cornick when he played for Luton and scored that goal against us?
Yeah.
Rangers are 2-0 up. Well, that's that one in the bin.
Yeah, is Glenn Kamara still not playing for Rangers?
No, not involved.
No.
Not involved. They're
No,
playing
he's
with
then.
Jack as the holding midfielder, Raskin and Cantwell near him with three forwards. Dessers, who scored, Danilo and Lammers up front against Servette, we saw it from Geneva.
Right.
Yep.
I've got Wimbledon to beat Coventry, and Patson Daka to get anytime goal scorer. So, yeah. Can you get the timer on, Joe, lad? Honestly, folk, we're not watching the game. Like, we're literally just feeling this out. I wanted to still do it just in case we could get hold of the game. We can't get hold of the game. Unfortunately, it's not here. So we're just chatting at this moment in time. Please get involved in the chat. We'll keep you updated as and when things, or we hear things are happening.
Yeah. Joe, you just said that you have the Wimbledon to score to beat Coventry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coventry has just scored.
Oh, for God's sake.
Matt Gordon penalty at Plough Lane. Yeah.
It's 15 minutes in, by the way, chat, if you're wondering.
Yeah. 20 minute clock, actually.
Oh, is my stream must be behind.
Yeah, and Shrewsbury have got a player booked.
Yeah.
Mal Benning. Yeah.
I was 3 minutes behind for some reason.
But I think even on LUTV, it's just radio, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got the score and the time like they usually do, but it's just ads playing over it.
Is it just the Adidas advert over and over and over? Right,
exactly.
But you can hear it, yeah.
That kit's brutal, by the way, isn't it?
You know what? I don't mind it.
Do you like the pink? Do you like the pink one?
I genuinely didn't think I would. I saw it. I went, you know
what? Ooh, chance.
All right, Leeds.
Archie Gray with an effort, folks. Just dipped over the crossbar. I'm just listening to it on the radio at this moment in time. So, yeah. There we go. Big up to Max at Leeds lately, who says, honestly, hate the third kit.
I
don't know why I like it. I don't know why. I just looked at it and I went, it's all right, you know. I think it's the blue. I like the blue trimming. I don't know. It brings it together. I won't buy it.
Blue?
I'm not buying it.
Is the blue on it?
The trimming bit. Is that blue? Dark navy blue, isn't it?
I noticed a little. Did you notice someone put it up the other day? It's got Leeds United in bubble writing hidden inside the shirt. Did you see that?
I haven't, no.
I'm going to find it now. It's quite cool, actually. Just bear with us 1 minute. I think Square Ball tweeted it, but it's a nod back to our old programs from back in the 70s. I'll find it for you. It looks really cool, actually, when you see it. I think the Square Ball tweeted it out. Just give us 1 sec.
I'm listening on LUTV, mate. No stream, just listening.
So I'm just going to share my screen with you so you can see it. So this is, you see the bubble writing there on the old program? Yeah. And then on the shirt, can you see it there?
Oh, good.
UNITED.
They put thought into it. I'll give them that.
Yeah, that's quite cool, isn't it? That bit.
Yeah,
and
but
that's hidden in the shirt.
Yeah, that's a good reference. But for me, the kit is horrible. I'm sorry. It's the Ibiza kit. It's like a kit someone will wear on a stag do at Ibiza. Really.
I honestly don't know why I like it. I really don't. I genuinely, I saw all the.
I don't know why either. I don't know.
I saw the images before it came out. I was like, oh, that is disgusting. But I don't know. It's all right. I won't buy it. I'm not wearing it. But
yeah.
Do you know what? I feel like I have to put a pinned comment at the top. The stream is not anywhere. Okay, they do this in the Carabao Cup, but I've also got in the back of my mind, right? If we progress to the next round and we're not on TV, I'm going to the game. I haven't been to Welham Road for years, and it'll give me an opportunity to go because I'm not going to be missing work, if that makes sense. Leicester have scored. Is it Daka?
No, Cardiff have scored actually. Rubin Colwell against Colchester, and But Barton Albion Leicester for me is still shows it 0-0 goalless. And Daka is not playing. Joe is on.
Oh, he's not even started.
Yeah,
well, that's good, isn't it? Bloody hell!
Yeah, they're playing with Iheanacho and Marçal up front.
Iheanacho's scored. Iheanacho's scored for Leicester.
Okay.
Do you reckon he stays? I think he gets some.
No, I think he'll go eventually. I think Everton might try.
Yeah, Iheanacho scored. Yeah. Iheanacho scored and was still goalless. Orlando 98 passes completed, 89% pass precision. 3 shots on target and one shot on target and just 3 shots overall. So we're clearly struggling probably against their defensive formation like we did in the first half.
At the back,
yeah, exactly.
Boring, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a good
try and score, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm getting so many messages asking for streams and that, but honestly, there is none. It's non-existent. Baelish chance. Shrewsbury chance, maybe.
Yeah, because Bayliss is basically playing what they're playing with Benning and Winchester on the right. Kenne and Ernest, Norwegian English is half and half. Is dropping down, and Bayliss and Perry are basically with that formation. That's my supposition. That's my guess. There are when they counter-attack, they're trying to progress with the ball and try to connect with Bowman. So because they have the characteristics to play box to box, so either Bayliss or Perry, they be the one try to restart the action for them and try to get Bowman through with a through ball for me. Of course, we're not watching the game because there's no streams, but that's my guess. You know.
Yeah. Matt Tickle says it. Yeah, you can get it on the radio, folks. Like you can get it on the radio. I think who does the radio now? Is it Adam Pope and Matt Kilgallen? I think.
Yeah.
I think yeah. Or you can get it on Radio Shropshire, which is where Shrewsbury is. I didn't know that, but yeah, that's where Shrewsbury is. I keep getting tagged by this Fire Stick adverts, but it's clearly just someone trying to get people to buy their Fire Stick. You can't get anywhere. Baron Cross says Shrewsbury finding some encouragement with Leeds United shaky passing out from the back. Darlow and the defence struggling to find the angles they need on their passes. JB the latest to give it away in their own third. James. Oh.
So probably we're suffering their physicality and we're struggling to find a
Paveda chance.
Yeah, Poveda.
So signs from Leeds, but I think
verticality. Yeah.
I think do you put the poor passing out from the back? Obviously we can't see it, but based on what's been said, do you put that down to the fact that they haven't played together regularly enough? Even this lineup, I know we've only played once, but
because that wasn't an issue at Cardiff, was it? It wasn't. We're fairly confident in that sense. Like I think Joe Johnny's just tweeted, they're putting someone on Darko JB every time he receives it from the goalkeeper. So we're going to have to adapt that and change that. Otherwise, it just won't work.
Probably Perry.
Yeah.
He's just said Dan James looked like he'd just eaten one of those mushrooms from Mario Kart in terms of how fast he was.
He's absolutely rapid.
By the way, shout out to Joe, who's wearing the shirt that Radrizzani made.
Yeah.
As a tribute to his amateur local grassroots side in Milan.
Do you think? I wonder why Radrizzani didn't come out about
the
latest pink one. You know, like he took credit for the home shirt. I wonder why he hasn't come out now and said I also designed this one. Do you know what I mean?
No, he's not bothered anymore. You know, he's also changed his cover picture on Twitter when he where he had unrolled and changed it with a picture of the Sampdoria squad. So yeah, it's not. Of course, it's right. You know, he needs to focus on Sampdoria. It's a new chapter for him and for us too. A new start for both. So it's better to move on. Yeah.
Some Bournemouth transfer news here. They're winning the race for Bristol City. Alex Scott. He's set to join Bournemouth in a fee excess of 20 million. Another linked player we should have got if we stayed in the Premier League. They are living off our scraps.
Yeah, but Bournemouth have the funds now, you know, with the new American ownership. So it's pretty.
They should have been what we were. Does that make sense? Like I look at them, they've got our manager. They've brought Kirkes, who we were linked to for ages. Obviously, now they've got Max Aarons. If they get Alex Scott, who we've also been linked to for ages. Like, for me, they're going to be the dark horses next year. A lot of people will be sleeping on.
I'm looking forward to watching.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut the bit out where Max Aarons is on the screen.
Yeah.
No. Iriola was my number one all the way through. I loved him at Leeds. Genuinely would have. But Bournemouth.
Guys, I think we're 1-0 down.
Yep.
Yeah.
1-0 down. Hang on, let me listen. Oh, wow. Deflection.
Obviously.
League One Shrewsbury are 1-0 up against Leeds. God. My God.
It was going to be a difficult one. Physical team.
God.
Yeah,
you couldn't write it, man. I'm telling you. There we go, folks. I'm gonna put I'll try put a banner up.
Deflection by Yelda,
Yeah, deflection beats Darlow. There you go, 1-0 down.
There's a lot of people shouting on Ellen Road, I can hear.
Yeah, you can hear a guy.
And the guy I was talking about previously, Tero Perry, is the one who scored the goal, because he's probably playing behind Bowman, trying to send him through, but he scored.
Sounds like the young lads are struggling.
Tero Perry scored, 1-0 Shrewsbury.
There you go, then. 1-0 down.
Yeah. And
who wants a cup run anyway? It's rubbish. That's what we can say, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's a good opportunity now for the players playing today to have a chance, because, of course, those players in pre-season, they had chances coming on in the second half, especially JB, the young ones, you know. And against Monaco, probably Falke made the mistake to stop them, all of them at the same time. And right now they're playing, a lot of them, together since the first minute. So it's a good test for them to come back and try to bring this match into the good railway, you know, the good trail.
Yeah.
So
just for a bit of a update on the goal, so Baron Cross says Bizarre picks it up from deep, drives past JB and Hjelde with ease, goes wide but gets a deflection off the Norwegian to take the ball past the outstretched Darlow. So I don't think Darlow was at fault. It was more a case of a bit of a pot shot, takes a deflection, and it is in the back of the net. Vic says, this is embarrassing. It is what it is. Smash the like, says Alison. Yeah, listen, we've got 2,300 people watching, which is amazing. Please make sure you check out Lockie at Lockie Leeds, and make sure you check out Andre on Twitter at @Russo_16. Oliver, we're not watching, mate. We're just listening to the radio, just like everybody else, basically. So we're just having a chat, and yeah, that's it. I wish we were watching it, bro. Charlotte, this is a good point because he keeps getting mentioned, actually. She says JB is struggling under the pressure right now. Had lots of mistakes on the commentary. Feel bad for the guy. I have heard, though, he keeps making errors. What?
Look,
that's not great.
I said this about Darko JB. I massively highly rate his ceiling, but the issue with youth football is it's not senior football. It's completely different intensity. And you have to match that, and that can take years for young lads.
Do you agree with Jamie? Do you think he could potentially do with a loan?
Potentially, or keep him around under Daniel Farke. He's still very young. A loan, potentially, but it's got to be the right fit for him. I don't want him to just go on loan, and you know, it needs to be a club that plays similar style to us, if that was the case. He's one of them. Like I say, he's got to adapt to male football. That can take longer. Archie Gray settled in perfectly, but not everyone is like that. Darko JB needs to understand the level and work on that. Otherwise, his talent is pointless. You know, you've got to have that kind of grit inside you.
Does anyone know if the goals are actually being? Does anyone know if the goals are actually right? I thought Sky Sports News are showing the goals after the fact, so they'll probably get released on Twitter soon for sure.
On the other results, Oxford has equalised at Ashton Gate 1-1. Billy Bowden. But
yeah, I saw there on Lewis Bate. Yeah, he's probably a better option. And Darko JB's had that experience in League One.
But I'm just gonna go get my Skybox so I can see the highlights of the goals when they go in, and then I can relay what's happening. Just give me 2 seconds.
You know what, Lockie, actually, for me, another thing that I would like to say tonight also is a good test, not just for the youngsters to prove themselves, but also for Falco to see their level.
Exactly.
Because we're playing against a physical team. There's a lot of physical teams in the EFL, and we're strong, tall. We have no physicality right now in midfield. Of course, JB, I think he played him tonight in the middle. But I would have played Ampadu, to be fair, in the middle with him. And wait. He had a chance, but nothing to do.
Yeah, it sounds like they're really struggling to get to grips with the intensity of the match. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, because they are a physical team, and I would have played with JB and Ampadu maybe, or two in front of the defense, because of course Ampadu is physical, at least a little bit. JB is as the 8th, but it's just not like a physical player, and it doesn't need to be, because if you look at his the player they have compared him to with a style of play like Yaya Toure, for example, they weren't physical players, and if they get too physical, like Pato at Milan, for example, they lose their main characteristics for me. So to be fair, I think Parker will have a lot of responses tonight.
Yeah.
In terms of
a lot of answers.
A lot of answers, yeah. A lot of answers. In terms of how the youngsters can cope with a proper EFL team, and will play against a lot of those teams like Huddersfield. Huddersfield have a similar team to them. They're physical.
Yeah.
So that's why we need more depth in every area. We've seen the fullback. They're trying to look for a fullback with Arons. They're trying to look for a centre back with Rodon. But we need players like number 9, the number 10. We need another center mid / DM, a physical one, a proper one, a strong one, because we have no physicality. And apart from when Phillips left, we never had physicality there. Because of course Roca had a good physique, a good body in terms of physicality, but he wasn't a physical, aggressive player. So Adams wasn't a physical player, but he was good in the tackle, in the timing. We have no strong physical players for the league. And in the championship, with a lot of teams, like Shrewsbury, for example.
Leeds are well under it here, According to the commentary, but like they've got another corner. Apparently, we're well under the Koshi,
Yeah.
This is not good. I've got Sky Sports News on anyway, so as the goals go in, I'll be able to tell you what it looks like.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not joking. Since someone asked about a stream, right? Some guy called Rob put IPTV, and literally it is now. I'm gonna have to mute it because everyone just keeps going at IPTV here, but you can tell they're just bots. Do you know what I mean? Like someone trying to scam people. I'm just gonna have to mute the convo because every bloody notification is someone saying IPTV, this provider best in the world. Yeah, of course it's genuine.
Yeah, what this game will show, regardless of what happens from here on out, is these players.
Another chance for Shrewsbury.
Yeah, getting battered. These second-hand players are not showing enough, and that is something that has to be addressed if that's the case. This is the game to do it. Shrewsbury, obviously, look, League One, right? Andre, it is League One, isn't it?
Yeah, the League One. Yeah.
Like, a lot of these players have not played a lot of senior football, so you could argue, this is their level, and they're not proving it. Hello, Max.
Max was supposed to be streaming as well, I think. Can you hear us, Max?
Listening to the commentary, it seems like we're passing the ball from one side to the other, horizontal passing.
Yeah, no bravery.
Need verticality.
Can you hear us, Max? Oh, you were supposed to... Oh, come on. He keeps saying 1 minute. I don't know what he's doing. Max is in the house. I know Max was supposed to be streaming himself, couldn't get a stream like us, and then messaged me and said, I'll come jump on for a bit if you want. I said, yeah, that's fine. What do we make to Ross Barkley going to Luton, folks?
He doesn't look very happy in his pictures.
Can you blame him?
Have you seen him? He's like...
Yeah.
He look weird for a house to get into my stadium. Yeah, you were all coming out of my speakers dead loud, so you'd be able to hear yourself. So I had to just sort that out before I unmuted my mic.
Yeah. Fair enough. Taylor Baxter says, "Love you. These lads haven't adapted to the EFL yet." Yeah, it's a wake up call for sure.
You're playing against a bunch of professional footballers who are in League One. Like, the levels of physicality there is insane.
Yeah. Do you know what though, right? And Russell Martin did this because I know Southampton got beat yesterday, and his comments after the game were very much of the some of these players still think the Premier League, and they need to recognise that they're not. Do you know what I mean? Because there is that mentality about it at times. Do you know what I mean? So maybe there is some of that. Bristol City 2-0. You go on, Max.
People underestimate teams. Like we underestimated Crawley, and that was Bielsa, and he was sucked in by the English Cups and didn't sort of realise that they would be that competitive. Obviously, we were shit on that day, but we still...
Yeah.
And our lineup is weird because of injuries and stuff, so there's that as well.
Well, how do you feel, Max, about him playing, or how do you feel about the situation that we have to play Ampadu at centre-back already? Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm looking at now. I'm looking at the lineup, and Cresswell and Ampadu.
Goose has said, what is the score? Goose, it's running along the bottom of the screen, dude. Like, how are you missing that? How are you missing that, bro? Unless, I don't know. You can't be blind because you're typing. So, I mean, how are you missing that?
When you look at the average age of that team, though, as well, it must be like 21, 22.
Yeah. We do have a young squad, don't we?
It's almost an under-21 side with Darlow and Ayling in it.
Yeah. That's mad.
And another thing,
Ian Fraser said it's 2023 and it's on the wireless. It's mad, isn't it? It is mad.
Another thing, Joe, so far, 41 minutes in, 71% of ball possession. And we had...
For Leeds?
For Leeds. 7 shots, 2 on target. They had three shots and 3 on target. So you see, of course, it's not just always when you possess the ball, but you have to create chances and go vertical.
Yeah. I agree with you, mate. 100%. Listen, folks, while you are here, I know it's not great viewing. Well, no, it is great viewing. You've got four lovely lads on your screen, but of varying ages and sizes and that. What more could you ask for? But there is 2,472 people here, which is amazing, which is massive. So if you haven't already, please do smash a like on the video. Make sure you go check out the other channels as well. And for the next couple of minutes, what I'm going to do is just quickly go put them channels in the description so you can go on over and show some love. Lockie, what you on actually? What you on? What you up to, mate?
What, in general or right
Subscribe?
now?
No, sorry. Yeah, I should have qualified that statement. It was like, I'm sat here with you, Joe. What subscriber wise, bro? What's going down?
I'm currently at 1.77, so we're kind of chasing 2K.
Okay. So with the numbers that we have on the stream right now, really, if everyone went all over and subscribed, you'd be sat on 2K, right?
Yeah, I'd massively appreciate that.
Yeah, it'd be nice if that could happen.
Mentally, came out, honestly. Spent like 9 months grinding to get to 400. Come on, JUSTJOE, get 1,000 like a week later.
Oh, really? Was that what it was like, bro?
Yeah, it was tough.
That's amazing. I love that. Max, talk to me. Let's get Lockie to 2K tonight, people. There's enough of you to do that. Max, what are you on, brother?
6,390. So the next one is 6.5. So I need 110 subs for 6.5K.
Oh, we've got enough people here to get that for you, surely. Can I ask a question, right? Why do all yours have the @? Mine doesn't. Just my heading.
Oh, not that.
Do you know, like when I copy yours now, it'll say like @Lockie Leeds, @Leeds Lately, but mine doesn't. I don't think, unless it's changed. Let me have a look. Maybe it has.
No, yours has got it.
Oh, it has got it now, yeah?
Yeah, it's just @JustJoe Football Show. With no spaces.
No, but when I copy the link in the Google bar, in your search engine bar or whatever, it doesn't. So
it does on mine.
Maybe it's because it's mine. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just going to click save so I can put everyone's in, because like someone's just said, well, Joe, it's not in the description. I'm in the process of doing it now. Bear with me.
You know what's annoying, right? When you do a video on a player and then you put one spelling mistake in the video and that's all someone speaks about. If you're in here, Adam, leave it, please. I'm dyslexic. I can't type. All right, leave me alone.
Have you changed it, or is it still there? I'm going to go and look for it.
I try my best.
Right, folks, those that are in the chat now, if you go to the description now, you can subscribe, okay, because they'll be there. Okay, so let's get Lockie to 2, let's get Max to 6.5, and I've also put Andrea's Twitter in as well. So if you could go on over and subscribe to Andrea as well.
3,000.
yeah, exactly. There you go.
If you want,
there's been another goal. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you want to, I'm gonna say a quick round of round so we can keep the people in the chat updated on the world games. Yeah, we're still losing 1-0. We're near the half time, just 1 minute before they add the time on. Bristol City, Oxford United 2-1 for them, for Bristol City, Cornick and Knight. Then the other games are AFC Wimbledon 0, Coventry City 1, Cardiff City 2, Colchester United 1, Ipswich 1, Bristol Rovers 0, and Barton 0, Leicester City 1. These are the results. And Rangers still winning 2-0 in the Champions League qualifying round, 2-0 against Servette.
Yeah, people are saying they can't do it. Can someone check for me? Ian says I need an IT course. I do.
Yeah. By the
can
way,
you just click it?
Average age of Leeds' squad is 23.6 years.
Oh no, it says this isn't available here.
Why is it saying that then?
What's it, Max? What's the age?
Average age of Leeds' squad is 23.6 years old.
Wow.
And there's Servette have pulled one back against Rangers.
You can tell that we are playing the same though as well, because if you go on SofaScore on the game and go on average positions, you can see that we're sort of set up in that 2, 3, 5 roughly. With
not found. Colchester have equalised against Cardiff. 2-2.
Just been tagged in something from Scott. Shout out to Scott. It's in the chat. Apparently, Leicester City's goalkeeper Mads Hermansson is injured.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're playing with Stolarczyk, the Polish one, and they have Iversen on the bench as the backup. They're playing with Doyle, Files, and Justin at the back.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, Mr. Jeff Peters, it says concerning news for Leicester City. Danish goalkeeper Mads Hermansson picked up a quad injury in training, and the summer signing who started against Coventry was sent for a precautionary scan. He's not involved at Burton tonight. One to watch then. Definitely one to watch. Also, here's a discussion point. Thanks for those that have tagged me in it. And Leeds have conceded 3 goals from 3 shots on target face this season. This is the first time this has happened involving the club since LUFC data. Chris, big up to him, has started collating data in 2012. That's not great, is it? And at least we can't blame it all on Melier. Darlow was in goal for this one as well.
Yeah, and this was this a shot on target though? Because didn't take a deflection.
Took a deflection, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, stats can be a bit skewed in that sense, can't they?
Why are them links not working, folks? That's really frustrating. Can someone? Because I feel like I'm doing this dirty by not putting it in. One sec. Have we got a corner, have we?
Yeah.
so we can score. I thought we looked quite dangerous from corners actually at the weekend. To be fair,
we did. Yeah.
Liam
Cooper got an header as well, so I'll take that.
yeah. Oh yeah, you actually predicted that, didn't you?
If we get someone injured every time we have a corner, though, it's not going to be great, is it?
No, that's a good
every
point,
time we
mate.
score a header.
It's like, what other team in this country gets centre back injured from that? Seriously, no one. We're the only side that would. It's BS, honestly. It's weird. Footballing God's hairs, honestly.
It's not working, boys. When I click save, it changes the link. Why would it do that?
Dave just put Andrea looks quite pale. Yeah, he's got off. Is he all right? You're all right, Andrea. Shall I ask him?
Oh, is he gone?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realise he'd gone.
Might be another B.
And there'll be another B, or his cat will be on a mad one. We'll drop him out for a sec.
His cat will be going crazy.
His cat will be going mad.
I hope he's all right.
People saying he looks a bit unwell.
Oh.
No, for whatever reason, it's not letting me save the channel links. It keeps. It says at Leeds lately, and then when I click save, it just changes it.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Oh well, they can search us.
Yeah.
There we go. Are you all right, Andrea?
Yeah, I had to feed the cat.
People saying you look pale.
No, it's right, lads.
Yeah, so you had to feed the cat.
I'm usually curiosity killed the cat. No, I'm usually pale, but it's like this time. Yeah, this is my skin color, lads. Staying under the sun for hours doesn't change it. So I'm sorry. I can do about that.
Oh, share channel. Right, let me try this.
Yep, he's getting there.
I'm trying. Max.
We're not watching it, Danny. We're listening to it on LUTV, mate.
Yeah, change the title of the video as well to listen along.
Yeah.
And
watching the cat eat his dinner.
Genuinely, folks, when I click save, it changes the @ link and just disappears. Like, watch, I'm going to show you, actually. I'm going to show you so you know I'm not BSing you. Right, watch this. Okay, so, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I go here, yeah? Mm-hmm. Then when I paste the link, says there, yeah, Leeds lately. Sound, save. Oh.
Did it now?
Oh, I was hitting enter. Watch, I'll show you what I was doing. Wait there. It looks like I was lying now, doesn't it? Wait there. What are you lying for?
It's always when you go to show somebody.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Right, wait there. Oh,
I believe you, Joe. I believe it wasn't working.
No, I want to show you though. So you know. Wait, so when I was doing this and going like that and then hitting save, it was doing that.
Right, okay.
Half time, 1-0 Shrewsbury. Taylor Perry.
Oh, the booze.
There we go. Sorted now. Okay.
Where the booze?
Not much booze. Yeah.
Ooh.
Half time and 1-0, yeah?
Yeah, 1-0. Taylor
you
Perry
don't need
in
to see
the
the rest of this, do you?
minute.
There you go. So I'm going to get Andrea's Twitter as well, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, Tony Dorigo is saying that we didn't play with a lot of fluidity. We didn't create much chances. The ball is a little bit stuck, in the middle. So it's like a repeat of what happened with Cardiff in the first half. Listening to what Tony Dorigo is saying on LUTV, and it's the only thing we can do because there's no live video of the match. Yeah.
Well, the links are now in the description, folks. So please go on and hit subscribe now, because they should be there now. There's no streams, people. Honestly, if I had a stream, I'd already said to these lads, if I had a stream, they was gonna come off and I was gonna do the proper watch along, but we haven't got one. So there you go. Richard Harlock says Big Sam out. D-Wax says we're going down. I know it definitely looks that way.
Remember that we were playing with a lot of reserves today.
Yeah.
It's not the first team, but it's also on the other hand.
Can you turn up your volume? Can everyone hear Can everyone hear Andrea okay, or is he really quiet?
It's all right.
No, it's just normal.
It's me then. It's me. 1 sec.
No.
Do you know what I think it is? It's because the radio's like overpowering you. Just 1 second.
No,
it's also... Richard Hutchinson's optimistic, isn't it? Leeds United going to win the world. Bold prediction.
How do I turn?
What are the odds on that?
Right. About Duo, you remember when Schweinsteiger moves from Manchester United to Chicago Fire, and his first press conference in the MLS, an American journalist asked him, "Are you going to win the World Cup with Chicago?"
Oh God!
Connor's just sent me this picture. Yeah, fucking hell. Oh God. Anyway, he's just pulled a mad face, but yeah, we're in a bit of a shit show, aren't we? 1-0 down, not good. Right, okay. So what I am going to do is just quickly share this, and lads, with your analytical minds, and all three of you are very analytical. To be fair, you can talk us through this. So, shall we have a look here in terms of players' average positions? What's the plan? What would you like me to do, Lockie? You can see here. This is the momentum graph, so you can see Leeds United. Talk us through it, folks. Who wants to go?
Well, I think it's been a lot more of an even game from the looks of that momentum graph than we thought it might be, in terms of look how much attacking momentum they had over that period. It seems like it's been about 50-50, with Leeds maybe edging it a little bit in terms of actual potent attacks. And obviously they've got a goal. So obviously we weren't probably going to dominate the game as much as we would have done with our first 11, but I still wouldn't have really expected Shrewsbury to come to Elland Road and have that much attacking momentum towards the sort of middle of that first half. So that is a bit worrying for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Obviously, Taylor Perry, the goal scorer on the 28th minute, did take a wicked deflection. I guess Leeds United seen lion's share of the ball, but again, I guess, Andrea, it comes back to this, what you were discussing, right? If you have a look here, yeah, we've had 8 shots. We've only had 2 on target. We've had 71% of the ball, but somehow Shrewsbury have had more shots on target than us.
Yeah, exactly. It comes down to the quality of chance creation. You can have the ball for 90 minutes, dominate with 99% ball possession, but if the other team has 2 good chances in terms of quality of chances created, and they score on that, for example, the result is in favor of the other team, and it's exactly what happened here. You know, they had 3 shots on target, and they score in one of those, even if it was deflected. You know, but I agree with Max. I expect more, honestly, from the youngsters playing tonight, because they have a big chance to impress. And like I said yesterday, it's not the ideal situation for them, because not because they are not good, but because they are not physical. And with Kene and the other players that they have in midfield, they are a physical team. And it's a signal. You know, I think that will turn it around in the second half for me.
When changes, do you think?
Make changes, exactly. I think we're still turning around in the second half. But the main talking point from tonight, of course, we'll see the highlights and other things, you know, after the match, will be the fact that this squad doesn't have physicality. It doesn't have physicality.
Sorry, I just wanted to do that.
That's not to you, Andrea.
No, it's not to you.
No.
It's to this idiot. This idiot.
If you scroll down a little bit, Joe, you'll see the match shot map. A bit more. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So you can see there all Leeds' shots, and you can see that only 2 of them were inside the box. So when Andrea's talking about chance quality and creating quality chances, all of our shots bar 2 have been from outside the box, which isn't obviously fantastic.
Yeah, go up to the players a sec, Joe.
I guess this is where the goal was scored from, right?
Yeah.
When we're going, mate, the players, yeah?
Yeah, click Archie Gray, Darko JB, and Shackleton. Should pop those things up there.
Okay.
Just go down, zoom out a little bit, look at the heat maps. Yeah. But where they're all receiving the ball predominantly.
Look at Gray.
There we go.
Yeah. He's number 10, isn't he? Well, he's higher up of the 3, Archie Gray. we're led to believe. Yeah, look at that. He's hardly touching it in that area.
Yeah.
So on the right is a bit of a spot there, and then deeper left. There's no progression. Look at Shackleton. Look how wide is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Shackleton is covering for Ayling probably.
Let's look at Darko JB as well.
Yeah.
As well.
Let's click on Ayling, Joe, too, so we can see if Shackleton is covering for Ayling and that in that area. Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're talking about
Joe Gelhardt done?
Yeah, that's what
done next.
He's not been in the box. He's not been in the box. That's one of the biggest issues. Is when you look at his heat map, he's just not in the box.
And to be fair, that's again, is that on him? He's not getting the ball away.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's all on the right, isn't it?
Can we see a Yelda too? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Deeper.
James supposedly has been the best player on Leeds.
According to the stats, yeah.
Well, that's probably down to the fact he's got 14 out of 14 accurate passes, 100% pass accuracy in the first half, which is very good.
The box as well. Trying to get in the box there with his directness.
Yeah, key passes 3 as well. So
yeah,
passes that are creating something.
Yeah, that midfield and that striker, that heat map is terrible.
Can we see?
And is this like obviously where we are as a team? So like this is Leo, right? Is this what we're saying?
Yeah, no, that's Ayling, but yeah, Leo's
Ayling. Sorry, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, it's that way, isn't it? My apologies. Yeah. So yeah, right.
But yeah, it's the average of. It's probably they take those heat maps and take the average of all the places they've spent, and obviously, Dan James being up there, it means that he's probably been down that wing more times and attacked more than anybody else. And you can see actually, number 27, which is Pervader, he's actually really deep on average for somebody who's supposed to be an attacker. You'd be expecting him to be maybe in line with, well, not maybe in line with Joffrey, but a little bit further forward if he's actually getting on the ball and driving at the attackers. But
it seems very tight between these, right? Like they're not between these 3 players, right?
Very unbalanced as well compared to
well, we saw that a lot of the play went down the right-hand side, didn't we, against Cardiff? And that's why people were saying Dan James didn't have a very good first half. But it wasn't necessarily that he did anything wrong. It was more that the ball didn't really come down his side, so he didn't have a chance to do much. And you can see here that it looks from the average positions like people are going to go where the ball is. So those on the right, Jamie Shackleton, Luke Ayling, and Pervader are all trying to play the ball within each other down that side. And you can see how red it is around those areas.
Shack is.
Yeah.
Click on Shack again, Joe. Look how wide he is.
Because the thing is that right centre mid is supposed to also cover, isn't it, for Ayling's position?
Yeah. And also, can we click on Shackleton and click on Bayliss from Shrewsbury too? Because the one in this area is Bayliss.
Which one's
the number 20. Ayer. Yeah. Left. Yeah.
Okay.
Try to click on Perry.
What number's Perry, mate?
14.
14. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to me that they're trying to get him behind the midfielders, and that's why Shackleton is trying to stay wide there, especially with the overlap of the number 3 Benning. Look, he's following out the play and he's very high on the pitch. You don't expect a team going to Ellen Road to have a fullback so high on the pitch. Look at that, so close to Bailey. And that's where Shackleton is.
So obviously this is like, for me, this is really minutiae to what I'm used to, right? But like in my head, like this is how I'm seeing it is, and we've seen it with that O'Dowda. And tell me if I'm wrong. Like genuinely, if I'm wrong, that's fine, because I think this can help people try and understand, because it helps me, right? But we've seen it with O'Dowda. Does that mean because Luke Ayling in this setup is allowed or is given free rein to get so high up here as a right back, that then their full back, which is Benning, basically just goes into that space that Ayling leaves? Is that
we called it in amateur football cheating? When I played amateur football, they would say the fullbacks, it would be cheating. You'd say, all right, I want you to cheat, as in you don't need to come back. you're going to just stay up there as an extra winger because they've got attacking fullbacks. So basically, you've got an extra man, which is, I don't know why they called it cheating, but basically because you don't have to do the work as much getting back, and you can exploit all that space that he's left behind. I think it's just, no system is perfect. There's always going to be flaws in a certain system. And I think sometimes a manager is willing to allow it to happen. As in, Farke saying, I think the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. But I think the issue comes in the fact that Luke Ayling's probably not a good enough fullback, or not a mobile enough fullback, should we say, to be worth it, if you will. Because somebody like Max Aarons, he was so fit and so quick that he could get back as well, and it wouldn't be as much of a negative. But because Ayling isn't that player, and he's the only attacking fullback that we've got available to play right back, it's kind of all Farke knows in terms of the way he wants to play, and Hjelder's not going to be doing that either on the other side. So it's like, I think that's probably why we were targeting Aarons, for somebody who can do that job.
It could also be, after seeing Ayling's poor performance at the weekend, that really pushed that signature through. Do you know what I mean? Because the fact that we've got Rodon and Aarons, well, we haven't got Aarons anymore, but we tried to get him within the space of
the
like
idea was there, and it's shown what we want.
Yeah, exactly. So that probably does, because I guess a lot of us were thinking, oh, is it because he used to play on the left? But having seen what we've seen
the whole of pre-season, that he's brought this together. Not just that, I wouldn't say he's just based it off the Cardiff game, but I think he's probably identified that, we probably do need a right back as well, which is, it's a little bit odd, because we all thought that the priorities was a left back and a striker, etc. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's been saying right back, because we've got Drama and Ayling. We all sort of thought that would be enough. Nobody's really been saying a right back, and to be going for Max Aarons when we were going for him, in terms of priorities, that's quite high up the list, considering we still haven't signed a striker or a number 10 or a centre back or whatever. You know what I mean? So it seems like that's something that Farke really wants, and I would thought that he might want a striker a bit more than that, but maybe it's just the way things became available or what, I don't know. But
do you know, like, the key thing here is Leicester have just gone 2-0 up, and you've got like Ndidi and Iheanacho. They've got Winks playing and others. Quite a strong team at Albrighton, but it does show the distinct lack of depth as well that Leeds United have. Like, you know, Joe Donahue said as well, like, just a tweet, and I think it's like bang on. He says 6 changes, teenagers, nearly 20-somethings dotted about the pitch. They were always going to be teething problems, and that's what they are for now. It does highlight the depth or the lack of it in the squad. There'll be more instances this year when key players are injured. Leeds United need reinforcements. Now, when we say that, or when I've said that in the past, you get absolutely dogs abuse or calm down, But there really is something in that, isn't there? That we're so light, man, too light.
Yeah, and Byram has come on again at half time. They're restarting now.
Good, but we don't want him.
That's the thing, though, innit? We're bringing in a lad who we were dubious of signing due to his injury record, and already we've had to turn to him twice in 2 games to sort it out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And Strauch for JB.
Again, that shows the importance of getting players that Daniel Farke wants. Hence why Max Aarons would have been a brilliant signing. Hence why I'm looking forward to Joe Rodon. We just need to get him players. It's that simple for him. The ones he wants. Who are their other targets? We don't know yet, do we? But we need to get them in.
I think Darko JB is a little bit of a problem. We all thought he was going to be amazing this season. He's obviously, he hasn't had a chance yet.
Hang on, mate. I've lost your sound there.
I was gonna say that probably now is subbed in Strauch, Cresswell, and Ampadu in front of them, back to midfield.
What were you saying, Max? Did I lose you?
I was just saying the fact that JB has been hooked at half time against Shrewsbury is maybe a slightly worrying sign. I get what Andrea's saying, because Strout can come on and go to left centre-back and put Ampadu in midfield, who's obviously better than JB, but you'd have thought this was a chance for JB to show what he can do, but I think it maybe shows this lack of depth again.
And this is why when people go, "Oh, Joe, you were fine 1 minute, time the next," because I like emotionally, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is amazing, Max Aarons." But then seeing tonight, it's like, right, so we're now in a situation where at halftime against a League One side, we've had to call on Strauch to come in at centre-back, to then put Ampadu in midfield for JB, who we were told is, he was better than Lavia by all accounts. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Lavia's on his way to Liverpool and JB's not being able to, play 90 minutes against Shrewsbury. I'm sorry, this is what it is. And we're also having to turn to a 30-year-old Byram that we've had to call on twice now in 2 games, because Leo, he's not good enough. I think we're seeing this.
It's worrying that we're having to rely on Sam Byram. No, actually, it's not. It's not worrying that. Well, that's not what I meant to say.
It is a worry, bro. It is a worry, because if he broke down, Max,
defender, that's what.
If he broke down Sam Byram, which there's a big chance, then what?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's more. It is worrying, but I meant more. It's worrying that he's like our best defender. Although it's harsh on Charlie Cresswell, because I think he can be really good. But compared to like all the other players in our defence, the fact that Sam Byram's coming in a free, we know he's a good footballer. I'm not saying that he's not, but obviously he's played 50% of his games in the last 9 seasons.
And this is a thing as well, Terry. You'll say he's not a left back. Other people tell me he's not a centre back. So what is he then? Oh, he's played predominantly most of his career at left back, Joe. Oh, he's a centre back, played left. Whatever he is, he's not good enough. We've said the same about others in the past. Oh, he's not this. He's not that.
Chance Gellert.
Yes, God.
I think the thing about Fjelde is that he's still basically a youth player. Like, he's very young, and youth players or young players can be very moldable into different positions. And so you could play centre-back or left-back. We've said that of a lot of players, that they can play centre-back or left-back or centre-back or right-back or whatever. He's only very young still, and he can be moulded into whatever a coach wants him to be. We've seen players change position loads over the years. If he's played more of his games at left-back, I'd say that he's probably leaning towards becoming a left-back, but he's not old enough where it's done then.
Yeah.
It's done forever, and he has to stay in a position. But I think he needs time to have games off the bench, and we need somebody to be the first choice, which at the moment is Sam Byram, but he could get injured at any time.
Yeah, Farke needs to know his players. And look, Darko JB plays today and absolutely tears it apart. We're saying a different thing, aren't we? But he hasn't. He's failed that test. Daniel Farke's tucking off. He's seen enough. Now he knows where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Same with a few other players, I'd imagine. So Helder has had 2 games now. He knows where he's at. He knows their level. Now it's time to react to that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Arch Gray, isn't it? Before we were saying he's too young, but he's playing brilliant. We can't. You just don't know.
But this is the thing, Locks, right? Lockie. Sorry, mate. How dare I? That's the worst thing you could ever do to someone, I think. I'm only joking, Locks. I mean, it'd be what I think he's at the game, actually, to be fair. He sent me a video earlier. This is the thing. We were told, and I'm not writing him off. People will always say this, but I'm just using it as a comparison. We were told Darko JB was better than Lavia, Man City, etc., etc. Yet Archie Gray, who's 17, has come in and looked the biz. And Darko can't finish 40, a 90-minute game. This is true.
It's not about age, is it? It's about how good they are.
Yeah.
And Archie Gray, because he's played, I think Archie Gray, it's like a perfect storm for him to come into this team at the moment. There's no midfielders who really can play there, who are better than him. He's played at right back for England before, so he knows that position. And part of his role under Farke is to drop into that right back position. He's very physical for his age. Now, some people have said that he's not very physical. And yes, he looks very slim and slight. He basically got a kid's body still, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't put his body about and he shoves a shoulder in. It's about being aggressive more than anything. He shoves people out the way, he slides in. He's perfect to play there. 100%. But we can't put him through a 46-game season at 17 years old.
Yeah,
you need somebody to help him.
100%. I just want to get a few super chats in, folks. Daniel Montandon, a Doncaster fan by the looks of it, says, big up, guys, hit the likes button. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for your support, mate. Lee Waters, I didn't miss your super chat. Sorry, it was just starred. Curry and commentary with the boys. Perfect night. Perfect night indeed. What curry are you having? Let us know. I do love a nice curry. Do we have a goal?
Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
Come on. Who's back in it?
Oh, it's a deflection off Gelhardt, but it's a goal nonetheless.
So we don't need a striker now because
exactly. But this is what happens though, Lockie. This is what will happen.
Changes nothing.
Yeah, changes nothing. And apparently it was a deflection.
Yeah.
Paveda calls the goal, right? I believe, from what I've heard. Paveda driving again.
Joe.
Go on, mate.
You know when you share your screen, can you crop it down so it just shares a slight part of it whilst we're still on the screen or not?
No, unfortunately, I tried earlier on. I tried to do something.
By the way, look at
I'm just thinking about that attacking momentum graph because it's live and it counts up the minutes and it shows you when people are attacking basically, but it's quite hard to.
I don't know, can you? It says slides. No, I haven't.
By the way, second straight game that we make substitution at the half. And we get better in the second half. Yeah. So it's what Matt was saying. Certain players are a concern, especially JB. I agree with what he said. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just get through some of these super chats. Econ says, you see Nonto feel hammy on the extended highlights. I think someone said earlier it's just about his gash. He's getting it seen to and should be okay for Saturday. Why is Max gone all black and white? Is everyone else seeing that? You gone black and white? All that we need is some music like that. I don't know what happened to you there, bro. That might go in a YouTube short
like later on. For a little while. It's because I've got OPS open, so I'm just trying something because I might be able to put it on my thing.
Ah, cool. Let me have a look. What else have we got? Gabe, big up to Gabe, who was with us last night. Big up to you, mate. Author extraordinaire. Says, toss a coin to your Witcher. I don't know what that means. What does Witcher mean, folks?
You're not seeing...
No, I know it's a computer game. I've never watched it, but what does he mean? Toss a coin to your Witcher. What's the reference?
It's a song from the first series on Netflix. But he's like a bard singing about the adventurer, basically. And he's like,
oh, wow, he's done some serious watching of this. Nerd alert then came in for you, Max. I can't lie to you, bro. I am as well on the sly, mate. I can't lie. He said, your hardest working YouTuber in the game. I like the look of that hat, Joe. Thank you very much. It's a Jordan. I do have quite a few. I do. It's expensive, but I do like Jordan gear.
By the way, if you look on SofaScore, the positioning, Byram, like we did with Cardiff, it has changed the shape of the team completely.
This is the importance of system players, isn't it, Andre?
Yeah.
It's vital, and it changes the entire game.
Yeah.
When you have players that can play your system. It's so much easier.
Exactly. We just need more depth, We just need more depth.
Yes.
And we don't have to rush the youngsters. JB probably, he had a good start against Man United, but when he was involved in the other games of pre-season, he didn't really change that. Suffered a lot of way against Monaco too. So honestly, I think he'll need time. Like you said, both of you previously. Certain players are ready and have the mentality and are better suited to the system, like Gray. Others will need more time, like JB.
People mature different, don't they? That's it.
Yeah,
folks, I'm just bear with us one sec, because we're back on Sky Sports News, which means they're gonna show the goal. So just bear with me 1 second, and I'll just talk people through the goal when they eventually show us. Just 1 minute. Are they gonna show us? Here it is. No, it's not. This is Cardiff again. So Cardiff. Oh no, that's Iheanacho's goal. Sorry, folks. Carry on. I'll tell you when it comes on, so I can go through. Oh, it's here. It's here now. So here's their. Oh, this is their first goal, number 14. I forget. There's not really much not really much Darlow can do about that at all. It does take a wicked deflection. They're just showing us the first goal. Ignore me. I don't know what's going on with Max.
Darko's got to get across him there.
I'll let him sort his stuff out. I think he's trying to show the momentum graph so we can see it live. Here's the goal. Dan James, nice little flick up. Brought down Pervader. Yeah, honestly, Joffy knew nothing about it. James does well, has a strike. It falls into the path of, just bear me 1 second, I'm just going to rewind it. So Dan James does well, takes 1 sec. Sorry about this, it's really hard. Okay, so I'll talk you through the goal now, peeps. So Dan James has it, nice little chipped ball up towards, I think it's Shackleton actually. Shackleton brings it down into Pervader's path. It's Pervader who has a really, really good effort. Keeper saves it and it actually just comes off a Joffy, but big up to Pervader there for the strike, I think, and also James for the ball into Shackleton's path. So Leeds 1-1, happy days. Quick little super chat as well. Alex says, whether it's a deflection shot or not, it's great for Joffy's confidence. I think that's fair as well. And Max by Magic, let me get... Can you... Yeah, I was going to say, could you move it? Oh, yeah, perfect. There we go. That's great, actually. That works.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, claps all around.
Levels. There's levels to this
levels,
stream.
Yeah.
For some reason, it made me go black and white because I was using OBS at the same time as I was using StreamYard. So for some reason, that makes it go black and white.
Oh, we've got a goal coming, folks. We've got a goal coming.
2-1. I've just heard it.
Yes, we're going to win the league. We're back on.
Corner.
Just waiting for it to come.
Strike!
Is it Stroke?
Yeah, Brinlaw just went Stroke.
Come on, lads.
Come on, Stroke.
I'm behind. Oh, yes, Stroke. How? We're on a cup run. That's it.
Don't need Rod on. We've got Strout.
Leeds have turned it around.
You all need to calm down talking about depth and that. We're totally fine, man. What's up with you?
By the way, Strouk, since he came on, is playing in midfield, like according to the area he's covering on the pitch and the live positioning.
Robert says Europe beckons. Europe beckons.
Cardiff, Europe.
Yeah,
it is wild though, isn't it? How you bring Sam Byron and Pascal Strouk on and they completely change the game.
Because we have no depth. You play the starters, the starters we're fine. Like we're saying.
Little things, isn't it?
Look at the second half, though. Look at that momentum graph that Max has got. He's been all Leads, much like it was against Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah. Whatever happens at half time, keep doing that, but do it before the game.
People are saying I scored the goal.
I know, I've just seen that, yeah. That's class. There we go. 2-1. 2-1 Leeds. Happy days.
Say something on Darko Jaber real quick as well. I've seen some people on Twitter. What happens to him? He's a young guy. Like, Darko Jaber's a young lad. This will be a learning experience for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's an inspired substitution from Parker.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he thought that
young lads,
50p would put that in the back of the net, but
young lads need these days, these hard days. It helps them learn. So
yeah,
they'll learn from
it. Just while we're waiting for the goal to come on Sky and stuff, and obviously Leeds to get their third, I just want to remind everyone we've got 2,800 people watching now, which is amazing, right? So if you haven't already, please do smash a like on the stream. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 live viewers, and we do that by you smashing a like on the stream. If you haven't as well, make sure you subscribe to these great content creators as well. We've got Lockie at Ben Lock at Lockie Leeds. We've got Max at Leeds Lately, and obviously Andrea on Twitter as well. All links are in the description. Please make sure you go and subscribe to them. Yeah, amazing to see. There's draw for the next round after the game. We might as well stay for the bloody draw, aren't we?
After
we might as well.
The match on Sky after Barton.
Yeah.
Andre, if we get Bradford, like you said, you're dodgy, mate. You're dodgy if you get that right.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, if you actually get that right, there is something going on, isn't there?
First of all, we need to win this one, but it's not over yet. So.
True.
You can never know.
If we lose it from here, there's problems.
It's in the link. Here's the Leeds goal now. So corner ball, James. It's not even a header. It's I was going to say it's definitely not a header. Otherwise, he wouldn't have scored.
Hit him, didn't it?
Oh, was it not a header?
Oh,
no, it's a strike.
I was thinking of the Joffy one.
The links are in the description to people's socials and whatnot, folks. But yeah, it's a corner ball. I think Ampadu gets the header, doesn't direct it goalwards, and it just falls into Strauch's path, and he hits his left boot through it. And yeah, 2-1 Leeds.
We did that against Cardiff for the corner. We went really deep. Was it Liam Cooper who headed it back into the box to Strauch, who should have scored with an header? We did that against Cardiff, so that might be something we do quite a lot this year.
I think it was Ampadu who headed it. Yeah, Ampadu, free header. He's got to do better. But it falls to Strauch, finds the back of the net, get in.
Did you hear Bryn Law at the start, by the way, when he said, and Leeds are playing a back four with Ampadu do in it?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Then he was like, I'm never doing that again.
I love it, though. It's a great chant, that. That's a great chant, by the way. Plays in yellow, white and blue. Ampadu,
I saw some of the lads outside the ground, the ones who were on the video, and recognised them, and they'd obviously gone in the south stand when me and my mate were in the cheese wedge, and then we were like, oh my god, we were literally outside with him before, and then that chant was well good.
Do you know what? I'm going to do a bit of self-promotion here as well, folks, if you don't mind. Someone's just reminded me, though. I think I forgot. There we go. How far are you off 22k? Well, in actual fact, Andy, I am on 21,931. So we're literally 69. Is that right, folks? Yeah, 69 people away from 22k. So if you could, please, because I know that out of this 2,805 people, there'll be that amount that aren't subscribed. So if you could subscribe, get Lockie to 2k tonight, get Max to 7, was it, or 6.5?
6.5. But actually, don't even bother about that. Just after this stream, go and watch my video, because I uploaded it at the wrong time. And it's doing terribly.
Yeah. I seen you'd uploaded it while we were live. I seen that earlier, actually. And me to 22k, if you could, that'd be amazing. Anyway, don't feel like you have to, and go follow Andrea as well.
Just tweet Andrea telling him to create a channel.
Yeah, lads, I know that how the things now going through. So in the future, yeah.
How dare you, mate? Watch this long and not subscribe. That's a killer.
But subscribe now.
True. Rick says, great choice of guests tonight, Joe. I think 3 of the most knowledgeable on the Leeds United content creation sphere. Check that out, boys. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll take it.
Appreciate it
very much.
Definitely. There you go. Yeah, so please do subscribe. Let's see if we can get 22k tonight and the rest of the lads to their next milestones as well. We're just 30 people away, folks. We're just 30 people away now from 22k. Make it happen. Smash a like on the stream. Taylor Baxter says, Ampadu plays in fruit salad, white and blue. Ampadu. What is it? He hates scum like me and you. To the left, to the right, he will break your legs into. Ampadu. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? I think.
We needed some new chants, didn't we? We needed some.
Yeah. I was saying the other day, one of my favourites was "You'll Be My American Boy," but like
that was terrible.
No, I loved it, bro. I loved it, but obviously, Aronson was.
What was the confusion with rubbish. The lyrics? Because it was living. I really wanted to live in Beeston with you.
Beeston with you, yeah. You'll be my American boy.
Other people got it wrong, didn't they?
Get a picture with you. They used to say.
Oh yeah, get a picture with you.
Oh, someone said it was that.
Yeah, everybody thought it was. I really want to get a picture with you, but that's just not what fans would do. No.
Why would you do that?
What's the best recent chant? Do you think?
I think it's from Chelsea, and it's Chelsea.
That's all they do, innit? It's brutal, man.
I meant Leeds.
No, the best Leeds chant. Well, let me think.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. Then I was waiting for you to say.
No, I'm just trying to think about one because there's a few actually.
I enjoyed the
from Strauch.
To be honest, I think follow that one.
Well, one of the most enjoyable ones. The most enjoyable ones was "Stop Crying, Frank Lampard." Like at the time, it was phenomenal. Honestly, it was phenomenal. I remember going to that game on that evening after Spygate, and we battered Derby that evening.
Yeah.
Battered them. And we're in, oh, yeah.
Mateus Click
Stop crying, Frank Lampard. It was brilliant, man. What a time to be alive. It was class.
The Gary Speed one that started at Newcastle away. Obviously, it's not much of a chant to it, but just like what it meant. And obviously, Newcastle put it up on the big screen, and it was the first time I think that everybody had done it. And then we carried on doing it throughout the season after it. But it was just like everybody was getting involved with that, and it was like a nice moment.
Yeah. Oh, for me, follow. We got the best fucking team in the world. One for the Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Phillips, the Yorkshire Pirlo.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually. But I used to like, and you're not allowed to sing it anymore, but I used to like the Kiko Casilla Pablo Hernandez one as well.
This went on for ages.
Yeah.
Ages.
Always ages, man.
Yeah.
Also,
and Pontus Janssen.
Pontus
Janssen.
Yeah, the Janssen one was good.
And he scores
still there. The click one for me. Click scoring goals is the best.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. And then he stopped scoring goals, didn't he?
Yeah. we stopped doing it.
Yeah, stopped scoring goal. Yeah. Pablo, yeah, great ones.
Peter Rourke is saying Norwich defender Max Aaron walked out of a medical at Leeds.
Yes.
I'd 2-foot him if he did that. Not having you for one.
Just wide.
Vader again.
Yeah.
Just wide. Didn't score, by the way.
Oh. How come I'm behind you? So I know on the radio, yous are all a little bit ahead.
TV on there. Vader sounds like he's cooking.
Having a good one.
Yeah. How many games has he got to do till we? Yeah.
Is that a tiny bit of momentum there from?
Oh no!
There.
It's over.
Trying to do something out of Shrewsbury.
13 people, by the way.
It's a goal kick, Max. That's why I think.
No. 13 people, by the way, to 22k. Please, if you haven't already, help me get to 22k. 13 people.
Look, you can click it and you can see when the goals were.
Oh, so when they scored,
their goals were when they were hardly really having much threat.
It was good. It was good. How's Ollie Ward doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well.
I saw him on Twitter saying that it was a sad world when he was just having to refresh Phil Hayes' Twitter to find out if a goal's gone in. So I just replied to him saying, "Come and watch Joe's stream." Because
come on, Ollie, drop me a WhatsApp, mate. I'll send you the link. You might as well come on for the last bit. We haven't had you on for a while.
He's probably in his dressing gown, the poor fella.
Probably, yeah.
He's probably like
Fat Tony's got me.
Get a shirt on.
Max, if you can show
I'm one person off. One person off. One person off.
1 sec, Andrea. I'll have to.
Sorry, folks.
I'll have to make this a bit bigger. Oh, it's back to my desktop background.
Because Poveda is basically everywhere if you look at the heat map in the second half.
Yeah, I tell you, he's doing all he can. All he can.
He's doing all he can.
All he can.
All he can, mate.
Oh, he's done it.
Hit 22k, man. Legends.
That's
nice one.
Also, Strauk is playing as the old midfielder,
We're getting 22,000 of them.
yeah, 22,000, yes. Yeah. Let's do it, man. I love that. Thank you so much for all the continued support. Amazing scenes. Matt Barlow says, just realised how much Andrea looks like a mini Pascal Strout, but with glasses. He does, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie Ward's just said, where is he? That he can confirm that he is sitting there in his pants. There we go. I can confirm I'm sitting here in my boxers. Sorry, lads. It's all right, bro. Don't worry about it. Not that you can see out anyway. It won't matter, lad. Won't matter.
I'm struggling with that, Lockie. I might not be able to get that off.
Taylor says, absolute thunderstroke from Strouk. We've got, here's a question, lads. Borthwick, Jackson or Leo? Leo, we're all back in Leo right now, aren't we? But Borthwick Jackson was bad. He's not that bad, is he?
Leo's 19. Give him time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's it. We're saying he's not a star for Leeds now. We're not saying he's a terrible football player.
No. Yeah, I'm not getting my kecks out there. No, you're all right. Not for £1.99 anyway, for sure. Definitely not. There we go. What happened to Tyler Denton? There's a great shout. Where is he? Do you know where he is now?
In non-league, I think he played in
non-league. Really?
In non-league now?
Wow.
He's in League 2.
Yeah, he's a Scantor, now non-league, national league.
I know what happened to Noah and Kenner.
Yeah, he's playing,
playing for Shrewsbury tonight.
What?
Here's one for you, and everyone keeps asking me, what happened to Amari Miller?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's, I don't know.
Literally, where is he?
I think he might be struggling.
Yeah, he's still on the club.
Yeah.
He's what?
I think he might be struggling with stuff.
Or is he stuff outside of football?
I've seen one or two things on Twitter in the last few days, I don't know what. It's just what people tweeted. That's all right.
Right, okay. I genuinely didn't know. Just someone said, because someone actually tagged me in a tweet about some wrestlers that were injured and said, "Oh, that's where he is." But I genuinely don't know where Amari Miller's at.
Yeah.
Mental health is it? Right. Okay. Well, if it's mental health, then
very soon. Yeah. Hopefully. Look at Poveda. Look at Poveda. It's basically everywhere. If you look.
Yeah.
Heavy on the right hand side, and then a bit on the left as well, and then back in defence and everything.
Does Poveda start for you on the weekend, folks?
If he gets 90 minutes tonight, then that might be too much because he's quite injury prone, so it might be too much to throw him in at the weekend as well.
I think he should get more than 10 minutes. Give him 20 minutes.
Super sub.
Yeah, give him 20 minutes to do his stuff. But he's doing all he can at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
He's playing well, so
I'll put this up so people can see. But that's his average positions are basically everywhere. Right?
Bottom left there, Joe. You just know he absolutely destroyed the defender there, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and look at Stroud too.
Look at Dan James as well. Second half, it's just totally different, isn't it?
Must have been sat down in that red spot.
Yeah. Joe, just click on close the window of James. Okay, just click on show substitutions.
Oh, do they come onto the pitch? Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Look.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So much better, right?
Yeah. Look at
so much better.
Dan James, is Dan James 20?
Yeah.
Almost playing. Yeah, playing a lot narrower then. Tucking in a bit.
Yeah, look at
do you know this though?
Byram's been all up and down that wing.
Yeah, this is the case, isn't it? So if we take that off and obviously look at what Leo was doing, and then you look at what Sam's doing, it is chalk and cheese, isn't it? He's more suited to what Farker wants him to do, or do you just think it's just because it's the second half and that's how he's looking to impact it, or what? What would you say, lads?
If you look at it now, if you bring that back up, if you click Ayling. Look what his average position is now that Byram's come on. Ayling's now further back, and Byram's the one who's being the attacking threat. So it's like they've swapped, and they're not both going high at the same time.
Yeah.
But if you just click on Darlow a minute, I think he's actually on fire. He's not moved, the lazy get.
To be fair, there's one little spot there. He got quite brave.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That must have been a corner or something where he's halfway inside his own half. But you don't want to do an Onana, do you? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, seen it. Yeah, when he got lobbed,
scrambling, just falls into the net.
That'll happen a lot this season, but he's still a top goalkeeper, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? I just think he will get a lot of stick this season. But Colin, we're not watching the game, bro. We're not watching the game. For anyone who keeps coming in late and asking, we're not watching the game. We're just listening to it on the radio. So yeah.
Takes me back listening to Leeds on the radio.
I know, right? It is. Yeah. But it's 2023. But this is where it comes back to the whole license. They need to scrap it, man. You should. Why? Yeah, you
need a Netflix style model where you can just pay a subscription and get all 100%. The football whenever you want.
Yeah, I agree.
And as well, I think they should be more lenient in terms of like people doing analysis and stuff on it. Like, because me and Lockie have tried before to do analysis. Well, you have to do pictures to analyze where things are, and you're like, right, if we go to the next screenshot, this has now happened, and it's just not as nice as being able to basically be Jamie Carragher and go, so if you just pause it there, like you just can't do that on YouTube because they just claim everything, and they just hate anybody touching their stuff.
Oh, this is interesting.
David
Austin. Anyone seen that?
No,
Aston Villa, Aaron Ramsey, the young one from Villa, has gone to Burnley. Worked to finalise deal, 40 million plus add-ons and a buyback. Also says Aston Villa also open to Cameron Archer sale.
Strong interest from Burnley. Oh no, sorry, no, that's Burnley going to Ramsey. Does it say where? Like,
no, I'm in strong interest.
Villa are also open to the sale of forward Cameron Archer, Ramsey's teammate and fellow England youth. Among strong interest from a number of suitors, but it doesn't say who, does it?
No.
Interesting. That's a lot of money to pay in it for Burnley.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Joffy Goals on Twitter now, by the way.
That's a lot.
@_lamnam_ has put the video of Joffy's goal on Twitter.
Yeah, they go. Just seen it.
It's not a loan, Cameron Archer. That's a sale, right? Does it mean that's?
But do you not remember, like 2 years ago, when teams like Burnley and Luton would only, Bournemouth especially, would only be able to spend like 10, 15 million on a player, and that would be their marquee signing? How are Burnley now spending 40 million?
Yeah. No, 14.
14. Oh, thank God.
Sorry.
I thought you said 40.
but they have spent quite a bit of money though, Max. Like even still on top of that, on top of other players. You're right though. It's just the Premier League, isn't it?
I'm really shocked by the Archer sale though. I thought it'd be the future of their club.
Well,
maybe it means loan. I'm not
doesn't
sure.
make it'd probably be a loan, but it doesn't make sense to offload him or loan him out because every playing in Europe, they need depth. They'll be playing in Europe next season. So.
Interesting. Let's see what happens with that one then.
Yeah. Well, they were confident, weren't they? Have a Premier League striker on loan. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Cameron Archer, the town where I work, he played his debut was in the Carabao Cup last season. Oh no, 2021, and he scored a hat trick on his senior debut against Barrow, who are in League Two.
Yeah. He's phenomenal.
He scored a hat trick on his senior debut, and he looked absolutely unreal.
He'd honestly be my number one, even if it's a loan. Honestly, my number one striker. I just think he's phenomenal. He transformed Middlesbrough last season when he came in January. Absolutely transformed him.
Have you seen that? Who was it? Somebody's bid for Tuba Akpom as well.
Someone in France, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if is it Marseille?
Could have been Rem, I think, mate. Rem.
It began with an R, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Rem.
Who? Who this one?
Akpom
and Lance.
Ah, right, Lance. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Because they sold Openda to RB Leipzig.
And they finished second last season, didn't they? I was looking at the Ligue 1 table for last season because obviously Joe Rodon played for Rennes last season there, and they finished fourth, and they conceded 39 goals all season, and PSG won the league and had only conceded 40 goals. So they must have had a solid back line, and Joe Rodon was part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think on Joe Rodon, Max? You happy with it?
Yeah, very happy with it. I think I put in the title of my video that he's like the perfect Farke defender, because you just want somebody who can pass the ball, who can carry it out from the back, who can distribute it, and somebody who is like pretty press resistant as well. When people are coming to close him down, he'll still be able to get his passes off, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, I agree.
Pavetta
holding his leg. I've just heard that.
No, I don't know. User ahead of me anyway.
So Vale brought in the right back. Left wing, sorry. No, right wing. Yeah.
I don't know.
So if we get any more injuries in this game, I'll deactivate.
Imagine. Imagine. Ooh, sorry, yawning there. My apologies.
I thought I heard it, Rune. Sorry.
Eh?
He said, "Don't say that." I thought I heard it holding his leg.
Oh. Polyapano or Archer, Joe asked Jack. Polyapano for me. I'm in love with the guy.
Depends, doesn't it? Because it's like one you get on a permanent, one you get on a loan.
Yeah.
Are Villa willing to sell Cameron Archer if we fall in love with the loan, which you should never do?
Both would be good, wouldn't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I think you take both.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Love Cameron Archer.
Get Eddie Nketiah on loan.
Mate, he's on 100. He is on 100 grand a week now. Oh, have we got a third coming in? No. He's on 100 grand
Joe
a week.
Rodham's only on 10 grand a week at Spurs.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. Have you had a look on Cupology?
It was on Transfermarkt, but
I think I saw that.
Let's have a look. I'll tell you on because it'll be on.
He's on around that.
That's mad if he is. Where was he on loan? Oh yeah, 10 grand. 10 grand, you know. Wow.
Yeah. Which is probably something that they look for when they're signing players, you know, from the Premier League. They probably look at what players they would like, and then they look at their current wages to say, obviously, we can't, like, say somebody like Nketiah. I don't think he's like top level.
No, he's not. I don't know how they're paying him 100 grand a week, bro. It's mental.
Exactly. But if you look at his wages, there's no way that he would be able to drop down because he just wouldn't be willing to take the pay cut.
No, exactly.
I think that comes into it when looking at players. And I think, I can't remember who was talking about this the other day, but somebody was talking about how when players come through at their club from the academy, they're actually generally on less money than like the new signings. So like a Mason Mount at Chelsea would always have been on a lot less than some of the other players who he'd probably performed a lot better than.
Yeah.
And so when you do get academy products, I know Joe Rodham's not an academy product, but like Ethan Ampadu was, he probably wasn't. I don't know how much he was on at Chelsea. Are you able to see that, Joe, on that website?
On what, Cupology?
Yeah.
What do you want me to check, bro?
What Ampadu's wage was at Chelsea?
Yeah, I can do.
Paveda got a really good standing ovation, apparently.
He's not gone off injured, has he?
No. Subbed.
No, just a sub.
They brought Cine on. Why would you do that in 5 minutes?
I know, it's a bit bad,
It screens Rodrigo against Accrington.
Why have we done that? Oh, no.
Where was Ethan Ampadu last season? Venezia?
Yeah.
Spezia.
No, sorry, Spezia.
Spezia, sorry.
35,000 there tonight. That's incredible.
I've given up going on.
Finisterra?
I've given up going on school nights to see Leeds because a lorry crashed into me on my way home from Everton at home last season.
We
drew 1-1, and I got home at like 1 a.m. and had to get into work the next day. So it's just like I'm not doing night games anymore.
Yeah, no, I have to run from the stadium to the train station to get the last train on night games. It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I didn't see you.
I can't find him, bro.
No, I didn't see. Did you get there all right?
Yeah, I did. There's a coach that goes from like near my local area, so I just got on that.
Apparently, he has a bit of cramp.
That's all right. He'll get over it. Needs his running socks off, doesn't it? Better just be cramp.
He's yawning me. I don't fear me.
2022-23 payroll. Apparently, Ethan Ampadu was on 390 grand a year, which puts him on. Hold on a sec. I need a calculator because I'm not good at maths.
I'm rubbish at maths as well. Don't sweat it, bro.
Yeah,
Shrewsbury and Ackerd, says Colin. There you go.
That's where fitness comes in.
7.5K a week he was on at Chelsea, I think.
Wow.
That's according to sporttrack.com.
Yeah, but probably they paid a part of his wages, and the Spezia played the rest. But I think the majority was paid by Chelsea, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 2-1. Yeah, I said 2-1 in the predictions. Yeah.
According to this, that was his for the last since 2018. He's been on 390k a year at Chelsea, so $7,500 a week for the last 6 years, apparently.
Wow.
Wimbledon 1-1, are they? Told you they were going to win, didn't I?
That'll be something I take into account now when we're looking at. Oh my god, there's a massive bug in my room.
FPL link for anyone who wants him, by the way. Click that link if you want in on the Fantasy Premier League. All right, just click that link.
I'll join that page. My team's
What's
called
your team?
Pervade Ball.
What do you have in your team, lads? What do you have in your team?
Do you want me to show you my team? Do you want me to show you? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna let you in here. Wait there. I'll show you my team currently. 1 sec. Trade secrets here. That's my team right now.
Pickford.
I just never keep up with it.
Hang on, I'll zoom in. Where is it? So you've got Pickford, Kirkes, Estepinian, Saliba, Foden, Trossard, Rashford, Salah, Haaland, Jackson, and Darwin. I mean, the bench is light. I can't lie.
Cabora too.
Yeah, Cabora, by cheap defenders. Turner's really cheap for a goalkeeper, by the way. I will be your boy at Forest. So my plan is to just switch between Pickford and Turner.
This one is mine. You see, Pickford, Stones, Alexander-Arnold, Giles, Colwill, De Bruyne, Barnes, Eze, Mitoma, Haaland, Ferguson, and on the bench I have Trafford, Matty Cash, Bruno, Guimaraes, and Watkins.
So what? How much is Giles?
Giles is let's check.
4.5 or 4?
He's 4.5.
Someone's just called it the Just Yawn football show.
I know, because I yawned, then I have a big yawn. I'm sorry. I'm tired, man. I didn't go to bed well like 3 last night.
Oh,
saved. No, side netting, James.
Yeah, Dan James just hit the side netting.
Oh, there you go. Dan James misses a chance. Shock.
Apparently, Taylor Perry's having an absolute blinder. He's on an 8.2 rating.
Look at that momentum graph, though, second half. Wow.
That's what I was more expecting in this game, to be honest.
Yeah,
that first half where they've just like.
Do you think it is simple as just making them changes? You know what I mean? And saying, right.
Well, yeah, and we talked about that before, didn't we? About who's actually the actual personnel.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Yeah, I'll
watch Leeds.
I've got my team. I've got Neto in net. I got Hall.
Got Aldi at left back.
Brilliant.
How much is Hall?
I don't know. I think 4.
4?
Yeah, 4.5.
Is he down as a defender?
4.5, yeah, defender.
4.5. I need some more better 4s.
Yeah, I got him, Ruben Neves, Luke Shaw, and Matt Gahey at the back.
Ruben Neves?
Neves?
Yeah.
Isn't he playing in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, that
plays for Al Hilal.
Ruben Diaz.
He's SPL.
Ruben Neves.
Harvey Elliott, Maddison, De Bruyne, and Salah in midfield. That is deadly, that.
Nice.
Haaland and Pedro at top.
Nice, Pedro, yeah.
And
see, I did have Ferguson, but then I'm not sure who's going to start between Pedro and Ferguson.
Yeah, got Ferguson on the bench. Yeah.
7 minutes at a time. Boys, I'm going to ask you these questions, actually, because we're getting a lot of complaints from footballers about these added time. I don't mind it, because I think if you didn't time waste, then we wouldn't have these issues. What are your thoughts?
I think from a football perspective, I understand it, because you are playing more minutes. So you will have to slightly adapt, obviously, training and stuff like that, because it can add up in a season. You think about it.
Yeah, of course.
You play 10, 15 minutes extra every game. It is a lot. So I do get it, but for our entertainment, we want to watch more football.
And that's what it's about, innit, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I don't play, so it's like I just want more. Do you know what I mean? I want more. So
yeah, I think it's after the game where the little injuries will start to come in a bit more potentially, stuff like that. So I do understand the concerns, but
do you think another way of doing it would just be to book people early? I think Dan said that. Dan Moylan said, look, if you just book people early instead of waiting for the last 5 minutes, then people won't do it. Like if you've got goalkeeper track time wasting minute 10 or 20 if you're 1-0 up, which does happen, by the way. Like if you book them there and then they wouldn't do it anymore, would they? You know what I mean?
True.
So
yeah, I do understand the complaints, but we want to watch more football, don't we? So that's what we pay good money for.
I'm really sorry about yawning. Bloody hell.
Oh, that Archer thing's in my head now.
If
he goes to Leicester or Southampton, I think he'll go somewhere better than Championship, to be honest.
Do you think,
Yeah. Jame's come on.
Oh. Is Aileen... Bloody hell.
What?
Wow. Cardiff, wow. Who are Cardiff playing?
Colchester.
The guy, it's a 50-50, and the guy's gone with his boot and basically just booted the Cardiff centre-back straight in the face. And I mean straight studs up to the face. He's been sent straight red. It was bad. Really bad. Oh, he's gone straight off. Like, has anyone seen that on Sky Sports News? They probably have. That was bad.
Oh, I've missed it. I've seen him get sent off.
Is that Wimbledon 2-1 up? Oh, what did I say to you? Eh? Wimbledon. There we go.
It was really Italian, eh? It was really Italian.
There you go, 2-1 Wimbledon.
Who do you want in the draw if we win?
Yeah, I want a Prem team so we're on TV.
Good shout, to be fair.
So are they all in next round then? All Prem teams?
Yeah, they come in second. Only up to a certain position. I think the low-end Premier League teams come in, but the other half who were in like Europe and that, I think they come in the third round. It was, Jake. That's a great shout. It was definitely a Claymore kick. It was definitely a Claymore kick.
Yeah, the saying... I've just seen Luke thingy. Apparently, he's come off injured, Paveda.
Has he?
According to this website where Max is on now.
Let's have a look.
See if you can see Max. Although cramp is technically injury, isn't it? Because you can't play on.
Yeah.
Although they told us Sinistera are injured, remember, before Arsenal. Better not be.
I might put Joe Rodon in my fantasy team.
Let's have a look. Lewis Bates, come on for Gelhardt. Do you think with Drama getting some minutes, could we see him at the weekend? No? Anybody?
Maybe got a lot.
But maybe not the whole game.
Yeah.
No.
We'll see. Although apparently Alien's had a stinker from what I've heard. So we'll see, I guess. Should have been Max Aaron, shouldn't it? But it isn't, because he left the medical.
Was he actually in Leeds and did a medical and left?
That's the rumour.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's got to be a rule at that point. Surely, like a rule. If you're in the building using their facilities to do a medical, surely that should be right. You can't make any more contact.
Yeah.
He's going to be pressed on it at some point, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we'll find out.
To do it at Ellen Road where there's no phone connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or to be fair, Angus will probably talk about it when they do the square ball thing. Like they'll ask him probably. So.
Oh yeah, he's got to do that.
Sean Healy says that was a bit of Berardi on his debut vibe about that kick. It was bad, that kick.
Remember that?
It was bad, wasn't it? But whoever it was, the striker that's been sent off, it was bad, man. Well, it's looking like we might be in the draw. Yeah.
35,000. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's
I was watching the highlights from the other games, and I saw Huddersfield, and they had about 3 people there.
3 people, you know.
Yeah, but they'll talk about how big they are.
So close, Sinisterra. So close.
Saying just come on and just tore him apart, and it sounds of this.
Cine, once he gets that first, you know, he's gonna go wild. Trust me.
Yeah. Do you think we keep him?
Yes, I'm hopeful, bro. I'm hopeful. Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question now, and a notice, right? And it is so funny because prior to the season starting, if you'd have said to people Nonto or Somerville, they'd have gone Nonto. Then I seen a poll after the game was Somerville and Nonto, and everyone went Somerville. So I'm going to ask you this question now. Somerville, Cine, Nonto, you're only allowed to keep one. Which do you go with, Max?
Somerville, Cine, Nonto. Sinisterra, I think.
Cine, yeah.
I think Sinisterra is already... He's like better than them at the moment. They have the potential, but we need stuff for right now.
So that's why the fact that Sinisterra played well when he came on, when he played in the second half, I still wanted more. Probably shows his levels. Yeah, I'll say Sinisterra as well.
Same. If I could keep one, it'd be Cine.
Yeah.
Mine would be Cine as well. Definitely.
That's hard, that though, isn't it? If you want them all. It's weird that imagine we kept them 3 though. That's insane. That is. Pascal Struijk. Get him changer. Is he in midfield, Pascal Struijk?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. What's the average positions? Let's have a look.
Looks like it. His heat map's quite central forward.
People are saying it might be full time, folks, which would be nice if it is.
That would be lovely.
Leeds are in the next round. Yeah, we've finished, folks. We've finished.
Yeah, over.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Are we in the draw?
Yeah. We have finished, yeah. Leeds United have won the game, folks.
We don't give up. I'll give us that. We don't give up.
They're back against Shrewsbury.
Big up. Really good second half, though. I know we haven't seen it, but based on what we've heard and looking at that momentum graph there, just underneath me that Max has got on his screen, come on. I mean, we've battered them.
Yeah. We need to do that consistently for 90 minutes and we'll be in
a much place. Yeah. But we need a proper striker, bro.
Yeah,
proper
we need
striker.
More
we get a couple.
We need more depth for that.
Yeah, 100%. We do. You're right. So we have the draw. The draw, we need to wait for the Leicester game to finish, though, which is 6 minutes plus added time. We might be sat here for another bloody half an hour.
It's also on Twitter. They're going to show it on Twitter too, so we can that one, I think.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we got through that test, so...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God.
Also, one I wanted to mention on right-backs earlier, Connor Bradley from Liverpool.
Okay. Don't know what,
he was in the list.
I was going to say.
Yeah, played at Bolton last year.
You just made the list.
But he played right mid last year for Bolton, but he's...
No, it's good. It's good. I don't know if he's already ready for this level, but going forward, he'd be a good player in the future. Yeah. But I don't know if
I think Drama starts on the weekend.
Maybe.
Because Aylin's just done full 90 minutes. There's not a chance he can play again.
3 in a week.
3 in a week.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
Maybe.
I think Drama could start.
Sorry, I was literally spend that whole time making my fantasy team for your league, Joe. So I've done it now, and I'm in.
What have you come up with? What's she saying?
I could share my screen actually if you want. I'll make it a bit bigger than that.
I'm trying to figure out how we can draw.
27 days without a competitive win. What's that?
Yeah, we just have to wait about the draw now. Yeah.
I was gonna do oh, sorry, Max. Yeah, so I can't.
Oh, by the way,
Estepin and Botman. I like Botman. It's good.
I've got Botman on my bench.
Romero, good. El Cuti.
De Bruyne and Haaland, cheat codes.
You know, I think it's a good shout. Enciso, but you just
Enciso's
don't know if he's going to play enough. But he's really cheap as well. What was I going to say? I was going to do a final word tomorrow, but we won't do that. It's pointless. Pointless. What with there being no game for us to chat on. So yeah, that's actually yeah, man.
Yeah, now we have to wait for the draw, right? I guess. But by the way, what did I say to you yesterday, Joe? 2-1.
Yes, you did, man. You did. We didn't even do goal scorer on that. We forgot to do it. Gabe says, get the dogs on camera. One of them's downstairs, the other one's here, bro. Marco. You all right? You okay, bro? You want to come up?
The name of my uncle.
What, Marco? This one, Marco's so heavy, though.
I boy.
He just grunts.
Oh.
No. You can't hear you, bro. It's in my headphones. Why did you just say woof? What you saying, Marco? What are you saying?
Lads, what do we want next round?
I don't think that. Which teams are in? Which teams are in?
So right now, let me get that.
Bournemouth. I want Bournemouth.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I want them.
Yeah.
So they're gonna draw the north section and the south section, so it's gonna be geographical again. And
is it?
Yeah.
No Bournemouth.
So there's Blackburn, Blackpool, Bolton, Bradford City, Burnley, Pure Alexander, Doncaster Rovers, Everton, Harrogate. Imagine Harrogate Town Leeds United.
Blackburn or Blackpool will be good for me. It's probably about half an hour, 45 minutes for me. Be all right with them.
What Prem teams in the north? Is it just Everton?
Nottingham Forest, Everton, and Wolves. They put them in the north section, but they're in the Midlands. Leicester with us, and Leeds from the Championship, Leicester. Our Sheffield United from the Premier League, of course. The Championship one are Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, Middlesbrough, and Blackburn, of course. League One, Blackpool, Bolton. Those two ones, the big ones. Then the other one are like Port Vale, Salford, Stoke City from the Championship, Tranmere, Wrexham.
I think a Yorkshire derby would be good because that would probably get put on TV.
Yeah,
because of
Bradford City. Bradford City for me.
There you go.
Bradford City.
You really want that Bradford game, don't you, Andre?
I was going to say, yeah.
I want that.
We'll get it now because Andrea wants it, and Andrea's got powers.
Andrea, if you ever do create a YouTube channel, you have to sit there every video with a crystal ball in front of you, just going.
Like Mystic Meg.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mystic Meg?
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but I've heard.
Meg. I heard, yeah. I don't think I've ever.
I've seen the
Mystic
tapes.
Mystic Meg was a woman that was on the National Lottery, and she used to come on and predict the future and shit. It's full of shit.
Have you ever seen Match of the Day Top 10 podcast? Because Alan Shearer and
yes, Micah Richards.
Yeah, they're also always so much older that they're like, oh, do you remember watching him play Micah? And Micah's always like, Well, I've seen the videos. I've seen the clips. That's feel like that's us when Joe brings something up.
Forget how old I am, to be honest, man. It's mad. I'm not that old. I'm only 35, but you know what I mean. Yeah,
Carabao. Okay. No, I think we draw. We're gonna draw Bradford City for me. But
can we get Burton?
Duke says he's got the tickets booked for Wembley. I love that.
Has it finished? The Leicester game is still going. 1 minute left.
That is great. Joe doesn't know The Witcher, but he knows some public access witch telling fortunes. I love that. Miss Cleo. No, that'd be American, eh? That'd be American, I think. I think I remember Miss Cleo on. Oh no.
Patino gone to Swansea, confirmed.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Fuming.
I'll show you Mystic Meg. This was Mystic Meg. Hang on. I'm gonna show you her now. She used to come on our TV every week and just talk about Mystic Meg. Oh, there we go. That was her.
Oh, yeah, that's before my time.
Yeah, well before.
You just grow your hair out a bit, Andrea.
Yeah, someone's just made the reference to Clinton Baptiste.
Imagine the horrible mood we'd be in right now if we'd have lost that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but really years ago, when I was in London, maybe 2012, there were people stopping me asking for autographs, but I don't know. Maybe I resemble a famous author. I don't know. There's someone
really
that looks like me. Yeah.
Johnny Depp, bro.
I was thinking young Johnny Depp.
No,
young Johnny Depp, man.
Joe, I was 14 back then.
A very young
quite
Johnny
tall,
Depp.
aren't you? You're quite tall, though.
I got stopped outside of a Tesco in South Kensington when I was staying, and there were people asking me for young girls asking me for photos and autographs. I don't know the person they mistake me for. I don't know.
Was that 2000? What year was that?
It was 2012. It was when Wigan were playing Manchester United in the Community Shield.
It was about 2012.
Probably a singer boy band. Probably. I don't know.
Did you see the video of the Aston Villa fan over in Villarreal or something, and he was outside the ground in the training top and that, and they were all taking pictures with him.
I think he got to meet the Aston Villa squad because of that. After a few days later, and they all took photos. Like, it's in a picture of Mings stood with him, like
taking photos with him and that.
In that situation, would you say I'm not a footballer? You wouldn't, would you? You'd take it.
Oh, I'd take it, man. 100%. Just for the laugh. Just for the laugh. Do you know what I mean? I'd be 100%. I would.
I think even he thought he was a footballer when he was doing that.
Look, so I'm just going to let the dogs out.
He's walking in with his headphones on, going.
By the way, the Bristol City 5, Oxford United 1, Wimbledon Coventry 2-1. Cardiff and Colchester are taking the penalty kicks right now because it finished 2-2. Ipswich, they stay to penalties, and Cardiff is winning currently 2-0 because Colchester has missed both their two first penalties, Chamadeu and Fevrier, I think. Yeah, and now Colby has missed.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Wrexham went through as well yesterday. I just
imagine that. Cardiff versus Wrexham. Imagine that.
Well, that'd be feisty, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they'll be making a series about it, probably.
Or Leeds versus Wrexham with all the famous owners and stuff.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook and Ryan Reynolds, and don't know if Thingy's not been down yet, has he, Michael Phelps?
Yeah, he's not. But you know what? One friend texted me today with a picture of Westbrook. There's people who don't know about Leeds actually that are talking about Leeds because they've seen the picture of Westbrook and those
it's a good way to it's a good way to market, isn't it?
Exactly, marketing. Yeah.
I just looked at Leicester's side against Burton. They played a really strong team. Albrighton, Fairs, Doyle, Justin at the back. Shroudred, Ndidi, Winks, Pratt, that Medivi Dua. And Iheanacho up top.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Mavididi. It was Marcel
Portuguese one.
Yeah. That's a strong side. And they're going what to penalties?
No, they're 2-0 up.
No.
Winning. All right.
Cardiff
90 plus 6. They're 2-0 up.
Yeah. Leicester. You know who was in goal who was still in goal for Burton? Jamal Blackman.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I remember he came to Leeds and then broke his leg, didn't he?
Yeah, he broke his leg. I was going to say that.
Before he was set to start when Pico Farrell had. It was going to dump Pico Farrell and play Blackman, but then he got injured.
Yeah,
before the game.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah,
good keeper as well when he was younger, very highly rated.
Yeah, with Sheffield United, he was very good with Sheffield United. Yeah, Chelsea product.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not finished yet. The 97th minute, Cardiff 2. Yeah, we were talking about Jamal Blackman.
I heard, I could hear his man. It was mad because he came on loan. He'd done well the season before at Sheffield United. That'd be me in America. If I ever went to America, I reckon they'd be stopping me for pictures of Pookie.
To be fair, Joe, if you went to Norwich,
I
reckon you might get some people. Hey, Timu, and you're going, no, mate, it's just me. It's just Joe.
This one. It's still a classic.
It's funny because it's such a bad Photoshop.
I know, it's so bad.
Max, when I used to work in journalism,
this is my favourite. It's still my favourite.
When I used to work in journalism, there's a manager in Italy who was called Beppe Pillon, who is the exact copy of one of my older colleagues back then. And we went to Siena for a game, and there were people stopping in the street. Manager, how you doing, manager? I'm not the manager.
Yeah, was he saying, no, it's not me, it's not me?
Yeah, he was saying, it's not me. The people saying, Mister, how are you? How are we playing tonight?
As if the manager would just be walking around the ground before kickoff.
Yeah, exactly.
So apparently, it is being reported that Cameron Archer is definitely available. It's been reported out now there. So that's good.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, really?
He's shocked by it.
Is he? I'm always worried. My original video I did on strikers right after the season, he was the first one. I'm still think he's above that level. Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if we could get him, that would be unbelievable. Yeah.
Who else has he been on loan to in the Championship?
It's Middlesbrough last year.
No one else? Is that the first one?
I think that's
another one, I think.
Right.
Has he been to another one?
Did someone? Who was it?
No.
Yeah, I thought he went to Preston.
Yeah, Preston. Yeah.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think he did fantastically well there.
He had 7 goals in 20 appearances.
Big up, Liam.
Check.
But to be fair, he must have been like 18 at the time.
Yeah, he went in January to Middlesbrough, didn't he, and turned their season around. What did he get? 10 goals, 6 assists in the second half of the season? Something like that.
11 really goals, yeah. 11 goals.
Yeah. Really good stats.
Yeah, it was the same. It was the same season, I think. January 2022. May 2022 went to Preston. Oh no, sorry, he came back from Preston. He went in January 2022 and then went to Middlesbrough in January 2023. So it was the next season.
There's the Fantasy League. I've had a few people asking in the chat, so there it is.
Well, if they're willing to sell him, let's see what that price is saying, honestly.
His market value, according to Transfermarkt, is 12 million euros, which is about 10 million pounds, which is probably what Leeds would be. I know, obviously, they might ask for more, but if it was 10 million pounds, I think it's doable for Leeds. I mean, for a striker, there was always a premium on it anyway, isn't there? So,
yeah, but I don't know.
He's very, very late to the chant party, isn't it?
I think.
But it was great.
I want to see the level of people that are after him first before I get too excited about that one. Because you'll have some top teams.
They're putting on Sky now Leeds scare, when really it wasn't, was it? Because we battered them second half.
We were not worried at halftime.
and then they've got Leicester dominant. Oh, we were not worried. I know. We were ready to shout 49ers out again. 49ers out. 49ers out.
Yeah, there was also the one about Ken Bates. Get out of our club. Get out of our club. Then the next part, I'm not gonna say it now.
Leeds United Calypso. Bates out. That was sung the other day at the Cardiff game.
Was it?
Yeah.
I could just hear. I was right next to the away fans doing my head in.
Yeah.
Tell you what started recently. That's not been for a while. Is Billy Bremner's
folks. FYI, Mail Sport. Here's a headline for you. I knew it. Here we go. Leeds winger Willie Nonto asked to be left out of squad for Carabao Cup tie as he seeks move away from Ellen Road. But the Championship remain adamant they don't want to sell. That's full of adverts. Get off.
Asked to be left out.
Yep. There we go.
I know it's football. I know it's a business. I don't like that. Asked to be left out.
Yeah, it's saying that he asked to be left out. But they're gonna ask it. They're gonna ask Farke now. So
yeah, 100%. That's the thing, isn't it?
Ask Farke now.
I don't like that though. Asked to be left out.
Yeah, well, to be honest, like I don't know.
I know it is.
Why is everyone saying? Why is people saying they don't believe it? Why? Why do you trust players so much? Trust me. Why do you automatically? Where do you think they've made that up?
Absolutely not.
See what?
Not a chance. There it is. Like, why would they make that up? Willie Nonto asked to be left out of squad for Carabao Cup tie as he seeks move away. He might be close to a move, people, and you know. Yeah, but forget about the people saying it's clickbait. Watch Daniel Farke be asked about it and him say it.
Well, let's see it first, I think. But,
yeah, we just have to wait on the tweets now of the journalist asking him questions right now.
They better ask him that.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, I always remind that his agent said that he cannot stay in the Championship, and Joe mentioned also the fact that Mancini, you know, there were rumors about him. Mancini asked him to play at a higher level, you know. Probably
we need the journalists to ask about Nonto.
Yeah.
Jez just tweeted, my least favourite term after this transfer window shuts will be in advanced talks. So it just seems as
here we go. Baron Cross says Farke coming up here. So we'll wait and see. Look at this. So this is what I'm saying. When we were talking about JB in the first half, and then we're talking about when you look at Gray's numbers, Archie Gray, 47 of 53 passes completed, 4 of 7 ground drills, 1 4 tackles made, 2 chances created, 1 interception and 1 shot. Again, another top performance by Archie Gray.
Just before you move on, apparently Pervada is just cramp.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
But about Nonto, actually, we can understand that and his camp wants him to play at an higher level, but especially if the club doesn't want to sell at a lower price because he doesn't have a release clause.
Yeah,
it's a difficult situation because he is loved by the fans. If he asks to be left out and the club is sticking with their price tag on him, they ask that specific amount, and they are rejecting the bids, you know, like Everton, for example, the interest when they're not matching that price. It's a difficult situation because he may even be left out of the squad, you know, training on his own like Kamara at Rangers, and that will be a bitter end. Not the end we wanted with the relationship he had with the fans, you know. They had even had a proper chant with him, you know. That will cancel everything because the people will just remember the end, and that this is not the way to end it, to be fair, you know. No. I think if an offer came, you're leaving. If not, you're giving your 100% till the end of August, you know. I don't get it. Modern football, you know.
If it's true and we get the fee for him, invest it in.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If he wants to go, the fact that he's on a 5-year deal and he doesn't have a release clause, give us 25 million. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but right now, with all those injuries too, he needs to keep playing and he needs to be in the squad, you know. Why has to be left out? Of course, left out probably we just need more context.
Yeah.
It has to be left out of the League Cup match against Shrewsbury Town, or just left out of the world fixtures, you know, because you want to get a move. Because probably if it was just this game, maybe we need more context, and Farke will give more context in.
I think he will. He's pretty honest, Farke.
Yeah, because maybe it'll be available for Birmingham on the weekend. At the weekend.
The thing is, as well, when I'm watching Willie the other day, he played like a player. He wasn't playing like a player that had given up. He played like a player who was putting everything into it.
No,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, strange.
Maybe just for this game. Maybe
if Bournemouth come in for him, you just tell him to fuck off.
Oh my God, I swear. They might do, you know. I swear, if Bournemouth get Cameron Archer.
Imagine.
Right.
Okay, the draw is ready, lads. It's coming up.
Oh, is it?
Okay, where have you got that? Where can you see it?
On the Carabao Cup Twitter account.
Okay.
They say the draw for round 2 is coming up. Who are you hoping for next?
Is it on TV?
Yeah, on Sky.
I thought it was as well. But... is it on Sky Sports News?
Yeah, Sky
or
UK.
is it on the game? I guess it'll be on after the game because that was on Sky, right? Let me switch over.
Yeah, on Sky. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
The game as well.
401 on your Sky box if you're watching, folks.
I didn't know Leicester were on Sky.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see about this Nonto stuff. That's what I'm waiting to see the most.
Never a dull day at this bloody club, is there?
No, definitely not.
Today's been crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
Forget the match.
As someone who creates content, though, it's been fecking perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Like it has, though, because like it. Go on.
I recorded that Roden video, and I was saying I'll be making a Max Aaron's video in a few days, so make sure you check that one out as well. Get your notification bell on. And then I finished the video. I went, and thanks for watching Leeds lately. And then I went, it's been hijacked. Literally I open my phone, the first thing I see is that. So I had to then press, okay, record again. I've just finished recording and this has happened.
Yeah.
But at least I didn't make a full video.
Yeah. I was halfway through one, mate.
Oh, yeah. So it's even worse for you.
Yeah. Halfway through it. Bigged him up. Something massive. Check Twitter.
Yeah. Do you know what the worst thing is when you my Ryan Manning video had loads of Southampton fans on it going, "Oh, cheers, mate! Cheers for this."
You uploaded it not long after he'd come to Southampton.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least it's there for people to see.
Right, come on, let's get this draw done. But I also want to hear from Farke.
They better ask him. If they don't ask him, they're bottled it.
All I can see is Martin O'Neill.
They're surely asking, from a journalist point of view, is the main story tonight.
Yeah, of course it
Absolutely.
is. Yeah,
true.
Absolutely. Italian international too.
Yeah.
I'm checking Italian media too, if something comes out.
Farke won't sugarcoat it. Definitely not. He'll just say.
Will it be on the Burton versus Leicester coverage?
Yeah, 401 it should be, mate. Yeah. It doesn't start till 10:15.
Oh, right.
5 minutes then. Okay.
To be fair, that might be a bit late for me. I might have to call it a day.
Have you got bedtime, mate? You got work?
Yeah, got work in the morning.
100%, I understand.
I thought it was going to be at 10 o'clock, but it's going to be another 5 minutes,
10:15.
and then we're going to have to get drawn.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll drop out and I'll be in the chat whilst I'm brushing my teeth and getting my jammies on.
Good man. I love it. Sorted, mate. Thanks, Max.
Yeah, see you all later.
Max.
See you later, pal. Bye-bye.
Hi, Max.
There we go.
Bye-bye.
Max has left the building.
I saw Jamie
There we
asking me to go.
We've been going on for 3 hours, mate.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I know.
Fair, I'll be doing this anyway. Do you know what I mean? I'll just be sat here anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, and same with people watching. You know what I mean? They enjoy the content. You know,
I was going to say as well. Jamie said in the chat a few minutes ago. have me and Andre got any good wingers we can sign? I have about 3 million wingers. So if we sell all our wingers, there's a video there. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, Raksaki, but he was probably going to Leicester. So
yeah, I'd love him.
Yeah.
Oh, Wimbledon won. Get it.
Yeah.
But Daka did not score.
Oh dear.
And I don't even think he played, did he? Where's the Farker stuff? See, everyone's so quick to say rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. No one's even heard anything yet. So why are we so quick to say it's rubbish? Do you know what I mean?
See that thing about Farker? He don't like being called Gaffer, does it? It's boss.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's Gaffer, it's boss.
Really? Oh wow. Jack, that's a good point. That is a good point as well. Fair play, my guy.
Yeah, I just want to hear what Farker says about it.
Yeah, same. That's what I want to do.
God.
Johnny, you'll get loads, bro. Johnny, you'll get absolutely loads. Saturday, 3 o'clock, you'll get loads.
Waiting for Farker.
Mark says chilling out to good content. Exactly. Cheers, bro.
So
we're chilling out as well.
In UK theatres.
Bring back Johnny House and Rendo.
He's still doing well, isn't he? He's still.
Yeah. But yeah.
We haven't drawn anyone yet, bro. We don't know yet.
Johnny Housen used to be. Yeah, I used to love him back then. You know, when he was under Grayson. Incredible.
Yeah. That Grayson team was like our era, wasn't it? When we were that age. He used to love Grayson. Or Farker speaking now on LUTV.
Oh, is he?
Really? Oh.
See, they won't ask them questions though, right? LUTV.
Yeah, of course. Club Media.
They're not ask them questions. Media. It's the likes of your Phil Hayes, your Baron Crosses, that they'll ask them questions. The LUTV won't ask the question about. Yeah, they won't. Do you know what I mean?
Saying the same things about Lampaveda. He's happy, but he needs to keep his feet on the ground. It's right. He does.
Oh.
I was asking about the injuries.
Yeah, he is.
I expected to have an easy life here at the start. Said.
This was a name you mentioned, wasn't it? Andrea. You mentioned Fleming, didn't you?
Fleming, yeah.
Yeah.
Some videos ago, yeah. One of the videos. Yeah, Farker said again. Farker talked again on the loan situation. The similar things he said about the difficult situation after relegation.
He said Sinistera had a knock on his knee, so he didn't want to risk him today.
Okay. Cine, that's it. You didn't mention.
I don't think so. Yeah, you haven't mentioned it.
Why haven't we had a tweet? From anyone? I thought Baron Cross said 10 minutes ago they were chatting to him.
Oh, will they chat? Or will it be after this interview potentially?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because he's on pitch, so I don't know. He might have already done it. Isn't that part?
No, I've not heard about Bellingham to Real, bro. Although I did do a opposition preview earlier with Brummy Joe that's pre-recorded, ready to go out, and we were chatting about it because the last time we played them was 5-4, and Bellingham scored.
He's finished on LTV now. He has finished on LTV.
Yeah, they didn't ask him.
It was mad to think that the last time we played Birmingham, it was 5-4, and Jude Bellingham scored for them. So yeah, it shows how far things have come. He's now at Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And we're back in the Championship. It's mad, really.
It's crazy, that is.
Yeah, I edited his goal. I stuck his goal in as well. I really love Bellingham, Like, he's such a good footballer.
Yeah.
And he will win England the major.
Bellingham.
Yeah, he's that good.
It depends on the manager you will have, because trust me, Southgate is not the man to take you forward, really. As well as Mancini is not the man to take us forward. The manager to take us forward.
I have been playing with the transitions again, Ruben. You're right, mate. Don't worry. Kate Moss is on my TV, which is never a bad thing. I bet you won't remember Kate Moss, will you?
I know Kate Moss. I know Kate Moss.
I know
Kate Moss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go then.
Actress.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Model.
Yeah, model.
Actress too. Actress too.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
did some acting.
I was going to say it. Might look hot in a few films. I don't know if you could call it acting.
Lewis Hall, that's 14 hours ago. Went to Crystal Palace. Good signing for them.
Good shout, actually. I never thought of that. You do actually look like Gray a little bit.
Now say that without crying. Look.
He's 17. Right, you know what? I'm going to shave and I will look 17. I'll look 13. Oh, honestly.
To be honest, right? Do you know if I shave, this is no cap either. I know I'm bald with that. I genuinely look really, really young, and I'm not lying to you, man. If I shave, I'm not lying. I promise.
Just imagine a child. Oh no, there's loads of people talking about Archer now. Oh dear.
When does this draw start? They're fabricating manually the bolts, probably.
We're on the adverts right now, so probably after these adverts, I'd imagine.
West Ham agree 30 million deal for Man United's Harry Maguire with David Moyes set to name him captain. We've got a tweet from Phil.
Oh, Farker. Okay.
What's Phil saying? Farker's reaction to the game. In the first half, we didn't deserve to be 1-0 down, but I don't like our performance that much. We moved the ball a bit slow. We weren't disciplined in our positioning. Is his first comments. We'll keep you updated as it comes in, folks.
Farker's great, isn't he?
Yeah. Let's wait and see what more comes out. Barcelona looking at season loan with option to buy for Neymar. There you go. Thought he'd be going to Saudi, surely.
Barcelona.
I think he'll go to Saudi, man. Al Halil. Verratti's going to Al Halil as well. I didn't know that.
Wow.
What you say about that, Andrea?
In the second half, we had a few percent, and it was much better. We didn't allow them to have the chance, and we should have scored a third goal.
Everyone's saying, ask him about Nonto, ask him about Nonto. That's all they're saying.
Come on, Phil.
Come on, Phil. Give us the news.
Graham Smythe's not there, is he? He'd have asked him.
No, he's on holiday. He's on holiday, isn't he?
He'd have asked him. He don't care him.
Getting anything. Come on.
If they don't, they have fully balled it.
Yeah, they have. If they don't ask him, who is it? Joe Donoghue, Baron Cross, and Phil here that are there. So really, they should be definitely putting it.
They will ask him. They will ask him. Sure.
He says, Sam Byram. I know he had a fantastic game in the second half. It's still fine margins and fine balance to keep his workload right. So obviously, if he was 100% fit, they'd basically be starting Sam Byram, is what he's saying. But he's just having to manage his minutes.
Yeah, got to be careful with him, haven't you?
Yeah. Come on, where's the Nonto stuff? That's all we're here for.
The next few days are going to be big, you know.
Massive.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow's the 10th. We're getting close to the end of the month. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, have we got out yet?
Nothing new again.
We're all waiting.
I know.
What's happening with Nonto?
I know. Tell me.
You know, this is a new term. You know, ITW. not ITK, in the weight. We're on in the weight right now. ITW.
Joyce tweeted.
Has he? What's he said?
Yep. Willie was not available.
Just that.
Says
Nonto was unavailable,
injured.
but just unavailable. There you go.
He was not injured.
Says
he's not injured. Yeah.
Yep. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. There's the question. There's the answer.
There it is.
You know, he's basically, this is what he said, folks. Willie was not available. Says he was not injured. If you know, that's him. I don't speak about any players on other teams or possible incomings. Max Aaron's done. He's pissed tonight, I think. I think he's pissed tonight, Farker. So those that were saying it's all bullshit, remember. And everyone was saying no, Daly and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, the draw's about to happen anyway. Willie Nonto. As if he's done that after playing at the weekend. What's the point? Like, he divvies.
They listen too much to their camp for me right now. But
yeah.
It's different, you know. It was not back in the day. You're under contract. I don't get that. You're under contract. Okay, maybe you get your move, but of course they don't want to get injured, so that's why they don't want to play.
Yeah,
because they want to force a move. Like Aaron's, he didn't play with Norwich because he wanted to move away. But if the club wants you to stay, you have to play because it's the club paying your wages.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Yeah. One way or another, you know.
No, it is what it is, isn't it?
And trust me, the 49ers will not lower that price.
No,
you'll have to wait till one club comes and pay.
If it gets to the point where he's refusing to play, that is what.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
No, don't make it easy for him. Don't make it easy for him.
Okay, the draw is live now.
Oh, good timing, jeez. Well, we got his answer.
Yeah.
So
Trammy is out first.
It was not the way to end it, to be fair. But
no,
you know, it's modern football. Look at Adams. Now Adams will go to Chelsea too. You know, they have a release clause, and he doesn't have a release clause, however. So we can stick and dig our heels in the ground to say, come and give us that money. Unless you give us that money, we're keeping him. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So here's some more notes for you. So Willie was not available. He says, in general, you know, I'm always open. I can't give you the whole picture. I'm not in control of this. I prefer to give you what I can say. The fact is, he was not available. There will be time to make comments on this.
He's fuming, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fuming. There you go. Salford will play Leeds. Salford play Leeds.
Oh, is it?
There you go. Yes. Salford City again. Nice. Man United versus Leeds, basically.
Is that at Salford?
Yeah, it's at Salford, bro.
Right near me.
Happy days for you. So there you go. That's something decent. Listen, the last time we went down there, we beat them. I was at the game, actually. That was the game that Phil Hay took me to. I don't know if you'll know, but basically, I was on the way down to the game with my partner at the time, Amy, and we broke down, and I had 2 tickets, and because Salford is so small, the Honey had so many press passes, and because Phil had left the YEP and was just starting out at the Athletic, he couldn't get a press pass because the Athletic was still pretty new. So he picked me up. He said, "Do you know what? I'll come," and he picked me up. I've got a picture actually. People know you follow me, yeah. So yeah, that's mad.
Okay, now they're playing at the rugby stadium, Salford, aren't they?
I don't know, mate. Are they?
Probably. I think they're not playing anymore at the Peninsula Stadium. Was it called where we beat them with the Berardi and Ketia?
Are they not?
But I think they're moved to the rugby stadium now. So it's a different ground with more space for away fans too.
Can we just take a minute, right, to think, right? This morning, last night, Joe rode on.
Yeah.
This morning, you wake up to the news of Max Aaron's. You then find out Max Aaron's is off, and then finally Nonto wants to go. Like, it's mad being a Leeds fan. It is insane being a Leeds fan. Mental. But listen, we got Salford away in the cup. That's nice.
Yeah. And we won. We won today.
Yeah, and that'll be on TV, Salford Leeds, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's
right. 3 hours, 30 minutes. I'm knackered. I assume you're knackered. I think everyone else is. So we'll.
The night.
Shout out to people that were here the whole time as well.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing, right? We've still got over 1,000 people, by the way. Mad. Yeah, we move. Anyway, smash a like on the video, subscribe to Lockie, subscribe to Max, and make sure you follow Andrea on Twitter. As for tomorrow, I think it's White Rose Rivals. We won't be doing the final word because there's no points. No one's seen the bloody game. And then, what day is it tomorrow? Is it Thursday tomorrow?
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, so Friday night, we'll be doing the big match preview, where one of these lovely gentlemen will be doing a deep dive into Birmingham City, I believe. And then the game, look, it's so like mad how quick things are turning around, but it's the championship, innit? So we move. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all soon. Just make sure, yeah, peace out. Thanks for 22K as well, people. Bye-bye now.